boxing. Most motherfuckers can't train, don't know how to train a motherfucking fighter. I can train any motherfucker there is. I had a bunch of motherfucking fighters, so it ain't no shit to me. It ain't a thing to me. Most motherfuckers, like I said, them motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing because most motherfuckers can't train, period.
Okay. When did you start saying that phrase?
I said that since I've been a little bitty ass kid.
So that's a long time phrase.
Hey, I don't say nothing different than what I said before. Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing, and they sure the fuck don't. And
I want everybody from this moment on to recognize me as the scholar of boxing. That's it, Tim. The rope when he got hit with the beautiful shot back and forward. That's the right. Lean back and forward with a right hand. Most people don't know shit about boxing at all. Did you get what you were looking for?
Now, I don't know if I'm falling for the banana in the tailpipe again, but I promised myself I would not cover Errol Spence versus Bud Talk because it's toxic to boxing and the fans are more excited about fighting than the actual fighters. So I made a promise to myself that I ain't believing nothing. I don't care if it comes from Bud's sister. I don't care if it comes from Bud's mama. If it ain't coming from Bud or Errol Spence, I don't want to hear it. I wouldn't even trust what Floyd Mayweather got to say. So that goes to tell you how I actually feel about the subject. But today, Errol Spence did an interview and he talked about fighting Bud Crawford and shit. It sounds like negotiations going through, but then again, like I said, banana in the tailpipe, the situation last time they were in negotiations for what, like 3 months, 2 months, and all of a sudden they just broke negotiations. No apparent reason. They just broke it. But I'm gonna get into that when I got people on the panel because I want to hear what everybody got to say about it. The first thing I'm gonna address is Canelo, right? I feel like Canelo is slipping. And he's so far ahead of everybody that he slipped just a tad bit, and it's noticeable only to the people who really follow Canelo's career. Canelo used to stand in front of a fighter, block all their shots, and then counter. Yesterday, he was getting hit with uppercuts. His face was all bruised up at the end. Forgive me, man. I got the flu, but yeah, he was hitting him with all kind of shots, and people criticized me for criticizing Canelo. They said, "Oh, Canelo ain't washed up." You know, Canelo. You know, he was expected to knock him out, but he didn't. That's boxing. Man, that ring was small as shit. Canelo's a really hard power puncher. And there was a time in the fight where Ryder actually thought about quitting. He got hit. He went down, and he thought about it. He didn't get up to, what, like 6? So he thought about quitting, but he didn't. To further show you that you don't always have to win in boxing to be on people's radar. Isaac Cruz got famous for a loss. I feel like this Ryder fight with Canelo is going to make Ryder go into stardom because he didn't quit. He made the right decision, and we all seen him get hurt, and we all seen him attempt to quit, but he made the right decision at the end, and that's ultimately what matters. Ryan Garcia didn't, and that's the disappointment that fans had with that Ryan Garcia fight, that you got all the casual eyes in the world on you, all the TikTok people who wouldn't be normally interested in boxing. TikTok show you everything. It show you how to rob cars. It show you how to steal, but it don't show you boxing. A lot of generations don't know shit about boxing. So you got the newer generation coming over, because of Ryan Garcia. And the first time he gets hit, he gets right back up. He shows heart. Then he gets hit on the body, and then he quits. And it's like, I feel like Ryan went into that fight trying to get a participation trophy because it makes no sense to go into a fight with Tank Davis, who's a pretty good puncher, especially to the body. That's his repertoire. Short dudes are going to go to your body. FYI. ABCs of boxing. And the fact that he got into that fight and with an injury leads me to, and he made a bet prior to the fight, leads me to believe that he went into that fight to get a participation trophy. He even said after the fight, you can lose, but you don't get judged. Or before the fight, you can lose, but you don't get judged because of the effort. I'm like, better ask Roberto Duran about that. His countrymen turned on him when he quit. Nah, that's not how boxing works, Ryan Garcia. But anyway, let's get back into this Canelo shit. Like I said, I feel like Canelo has lost a step. I don't know if you guys are familiar with George St. Pierre, But George St. Pierre was supposed to fight Anderson Silva, and they're in completely two different weight classes. So check this out.
Anderson Silva, you guys were both at your prime. Was that fight ever even being talked about?
We talk about it, but I had a request. It was at the time right after Roy Jones go up in the weight class. And when he tried to go down, he got knocked out by Antonio Tarver. Going up is not the problem. Is when you try to go back down, you screw your career, you know? I'll fight him in the catch weight. He go down a little bit and I go up a little bit. Also, I want drug tests. And at that time, it was before USADA and UFC didn't want that. So this fight, I think I will blame the UFC.
So GSP basically referenced Roy Jones to going up in weight and coming back down and losing his spunk. And shit, if you need further proof, I got proof of it. Roy Jones didn't have the same stamina when he came back. Check this out.
He's standing and trading with Tarver. And now this gives Antonio a chance to get back into the fight a little bit with power shots. Trying to bust through the guard again. He lands a left hand.
Tarver's got to believe that he's effective now. You can't just think this guy's playing. Roy Jones is getting hit for real. Tarver's got to believe it.
Tarver landed that left hand shot. Jones clowned a little bit. Tarver lands two more left hands. This kind of barrage scores heavily for Tarver, even while Jones sneers contemptuously at him. Now Tarver begins to fight the way he did early. And the right hand upstairs as Jones.
That's round 7. Round 7 of the fight, Roy Jones looked completely spent, just like Canelo does. Canelo has had a history of dipping off later in the rounds, but he would always get that second win, come right back. But ever since he went up to the B-ball fight, he has gassed out and remained that way. He don't even counter. I've seen him in a Callum Smith fight. He laid on the ropes when he was tired, blocked the shots that he was supposed to block, and countered and discouraged the guy from coming in, even though he was tired. Canelo tries to convince fighters to fight down to his pace. He's normally successful because he's Canelo Alvarez. And, you know, people believe the press clippings. But people like Bivol, who have a good punch out, had the reach advantage and have a good punch rate, they didn't buy it. They didn't believe it. And he just kept knocking Canelo off balance and catching him and beating the shit out of him. And I feel like Canelo the other day, even though he had a good performance, he was supposed to stop Ryder. Check out what John Ryder said about him.
We're going to go to the media for questions for John Ryder and the team. Mike.
Congratulations on a great performance. How bad did that nose hurt, and is it broken? What can you talk about how badly the nose was hurt?
Yeah, last punch in the second round, and it was just gone. Yeah, not a massive shot, but I felt it go instantly, and then the blood in the back of my throat straight away. So it really threw me for a couple of rounds, but it is what it is. It's a new experience in the boxing ring, and something I'll learn from.
Is it broken?
I think so, yeah.
And lastly, for me, I know you obviously came here to win, and that showed in all the courage you displayed in there. Do you feel at least some moral victory going the distance?
Listen, you can't ever win. That's the ultimate goal. Going the distance is. I made a fight of it for a while, but on the scorecards it wasn't that close. So, no, moral victories maybe, yeah, but obviously I come in with a dream and I didn't achieve it, so not really, no.
Who's the next plan in your career? Who is the next plan?
I don't know. I'll have a nice rest now with the family, sit down with Tony, Charlie, Eddie, and we'll see where we go from there. Just gutted. I've put so much into this sport over the last few years, and not always got the rub of the green. Come here with a dream, like I said. It fell short, but that's boxing. I'm not the first, I won't be the last. He was very good. I still think he's probably past his best, but he still had enough in his tank tonight.
Is there any part of you that's aware of how much you probably...
He's probably past his best. I mean, right there, the fighter was able to recognize it. That's why he was able to get confidence during the fight to come back because he had a broken nose during the fight. Everybody was talking about Ryan Garcia and he never been hit with a liver shot. Canelo was tearing his liver up. His liver was fucking disintegrated after the fight. He busted his nose. He had him leaking. That blood happened early, and it was all the way into the 12th round. He knocked him down with a right hand, but guess what? John Ryder still finished the fight. John Ryder didn't make the decision to quit, even though he thought about it. When he got knocked down, the referee was counting, and he thought about taking that count, but he didn't. And that's the difference between him and Ryan Garcia. And now Ryder's stock has rose. You can rise in stock from a loss. Isaac Cruz, Rolly Romero. There's a lot of fighters that rise because we judge them based off their effort. If we're paying our hard-earned money, we want to see you lay it on the line. We don't want to see you be a game quitter. We don't want to see you quit at all. We don't want to see none of that shit. And you can't be mad at the consumers who are paying their hard-earned money for having expectations. It's like going to Chick-fil-A and them serving you beef. And then you get mad and say, man, Chick-fil-A is supposed to serve chicken. They say, shut up, man. You don't know anything about culinary. You didn't go to culinary school. You don't know anything about chicken. Shut your hating ass up. So, like I said, not only it's so funny because I'll get judged really harshly for knowing the sport of boxing. Like a lot of people get intimidated because they see the name, the boxing scholar. And the first thing it does is fuck with their ego, especially if they're male, right? And they'll say, you know, what makes one a scholar? And I'll add to that simply is I study a lot of boxing film, and I can't regress what I know for people who have the same amount of hours in the day who don't put forward the effort that I put. I can't dumb myself down to make y'all feel good about knowing the sport of boxing. But to the people who really do mess with me, I appreciate y'all, man. I make the videos for free. I don't get paid for my channel. I do it for y'all to teach y'all the sport of boxing, and sometimes to just open dialogue with y'all because I'm not always right. Man, keep it real. I'm right a lot, but I'm not always right, you know. And when it comes to the sport, the history of the sport, it's too vast for me to know everything about it. So I could be educated in that area. I know what areas I could be educated in. The history of the sport is too vast. They're still coming out with stuff, you know, from wives and, you know, conflicting stories of gym wars and et cetera, et cetera. So that is why, you know, I'm humble in that area. There are people out there who I feel like, you know, may know more about the history than me. I feel like when people talk about the history of the sport and I be debating them, they always reference Bert Sugar. Because Bert Sugar was a cold motherfucker. You know, he was older than a motherfucker. He was around during that time. So Bert Sugar knows the stories. You know what I mean? He put he put 10,000 hours into the sport. So that's why he knew the history. But you have people referencing, oh man, you know, Bert Sugar was a cold motherfucker. And then you have somebody like Max Kellerman, and they'll shit on Max Kellerman for knowing what he knows. I just don't understand it. But now I'm gonna move into the Bud talk. Like I said, man, I don't normally get into this talk because it's really toxic. It's very toxic. I've seen the fans be more turned up about fighting than the actual fighters. I've seen them talk about pulling up on people with the AK, talk about whooping people's ass, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, like I said, it's toxic. But this is what Spence actually said in the interview with his girlfriend. Check it out.
I don't know, but, you know, me and Crawford are definitely in the talks. You know, we've been talking, so hopefully it can be me and him.
We're gonna start right into our negotiations going better than what they were before.
Oh yeah, definitely. Me and Crawford, when we was talking directly, we were probably on the phone for probably 40 minutes, 30 minutes. You know, just, you know, we probably spent probably 15 minutes talking about, you know, negotiation parts and stuff like that. We just talking about, you know, getting a feel for each other and, you know, basically talking about our families and, you know, current situations we had going on and stuff like that. And then we start talking about, you know, boxing and us fighting and negotiation and things like that. But it went well, and our teams are still negotiating. We're still having, you know, talks. So it's going very well.
You have, you know,
So as you heard, he gave us a lot of nothing by saying something. He basically said the same thing that we already knew about him, that the first time they were in negotiations to fight, they were talking. And somewhere along the lines, negotiations fell out, and they never told us why. So he said this time is going well, but they also said that the last time. So, like I said, I believe it when I see him in the ring. I won't believe all these made up dates that these YouTubers, make up. And this is what I mean by YouTubers don't work hard, right? This interview is an hour or something, right? I'm willing to bet you somebody that's watching my podcast is going to chop up that clip and put it on their own station. How much you want to bet? Instead of doing the work themselves, instead of staying for the whole hour, finding what they're looking for, and doing the due diligence as a quote unquote fake ass YouTube reporter, they instead go ahead and steal it from other people. Like, that's what I mean by as hard as these boxers work inside the ring, it's as hard as I work outside the ring, studying film and watching shit like that. Like, that video took an hour of my time. I'm never getting back, but I'm putting the work in and I'm doing it for free just to bring it to y'all. Like I said, somebody will chop it up. Somebody will chop it up and put it on their panel, but hey, it is what it is. People are lazy. Everybody wants the shortcut to success. That's why they be buying subs and doing other stuff. That's why they can't do it the legitimate way. But like I said, I believe this fight. And to all the people, when people ask me if I'm buying fights, like, I didn't buy the right to fight. I streamed it. I'm not gonna buy a fight that I didn't ask for. Give a fuck who it is. It could be Muhammad Ali, and that's my favorite fighter of all time. I would have never bought Muhammad Ali versus Cooper. That fight would not have interested me at all. I didn't ask for that fight, and I definitely wouldn't spend my hard-earned money on that fight. So I wouldn't have bought that fight. So with the Ryder versus Canelo, I streamed that shit. With Bud versus Spence, oh, I'm gonna be at that bitch. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be there with some reasonable size, good tickets close to the floor, probably in the middle section. I don't want to be on the floor because they get a bad angle sometimes, and I want to see everything, whether it be from the jumbotron or whether it be me just looking at it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely will spend my hard-earned money on this, but I feel like boxing promoters, they know the history of boxing, and they know they could sell Canelo versus a mop. And if they sell Canelo versus a mop, guess what? People go tune in to see Canelo beat the mop up. But in the same aspect, there are a lot more casuals than there are purists, and casuals keep our sport alive. So let's give or take. You gotta take the good with the bad. The casuals, at least some of the casuals, are humble enough to go to different stations and try to learn their boxing, other than the typical people that don't know shit about boxing, the egos, and, people that don't know shit about boxing. But yeah, I think that if this fight happens, when it's signed and they both announce it and they're doing the presses, I feel like this fight is so cursed that even if they sign for the fight to happen, an injury is going to happen. That's how much I believe that this fight is cursed. I believe if they get their names on the dotted line and they go, I think somebody's going to get injured in camp. It's like, what's up, it's like when Tyson Fury a while back was supposed to fight David Haye. And everybody wanted to see that fight because at the time they wasn't really big on Tyson Fury. People didn't get big on Tyson Fury until he challenged Deontay Wilder in the ring, and then he went through what he went through, and he came back and he got a draw, and then he knocked Deontay Wilder out. That's when his fame went through the roof. But before then, people were shitting on Tyson Fury. There's literally a round table in the UK. Anthony Joshua was there, Lennox Lewis there, a bunch of great British champions, and they asked them who do they think is going to win out of Tyson Fury and David Haye, and they all said David Haye. They didn't even give Tyson Fury a chance. And you know that everybody always give Tyson Fury a chance against Ali because of his attributes. He had those same attributes against David Haye, and none of the professionals was giving him a chance. That just goes to show you how times could change anything, and everything is mental. The media controls a lot of the way we think. But yeah, that fight was supposed to happen, I think, twice. And I remember the first time, I think they filed negotiations. And then the second time, there was an injury in the camp. And David Haye said, fuck Tyson Fury. Like, that man is cursed. Every time I'm supposed to fight him, something happens in camp. I'm at that point with this Errol Spence versus Crawford fight. I think this fight is cursed. I don't think this fight is going to happen. Jokingly, I said to somebody the other day, they asked me, they be talking shit when I make a Bud video or make a Spence video because I'm neutral. I'm a fan of the sport. I don't take sides and talk about their personal sexual preference and shit that ain't got nothing to do with boxing, right? That shit is stupid to me. But they was talking about that, and they was like, he's gonna beat Spence's gay ass, right? And I was like, bro, we're gonna get Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield 3 before we ever get to see that fight. Lo and behold, Mike Tyson goes on ESPN, said him and Holyfield are in negotiations, talking about fighting another time. That's crazy to me. Like I said it jokingly, but it actually looks like we really might actually get that fight. You on your bike, Gus? Gus, don't get your bike took it like red from Friday, bro. But yeah, I definitely got to get your opinion on this, Gus. I got to get. Let me drop the link. Hap, you might want to pull up and add to this. Let me drop the link. Because I feel like the reason why I titled it is Boxing Greatest Hits is because this is the one conversation that seems to come up no matter what they talk about. People want to talk about the fight that happened yesterday, Ryan Garcia. And what do people do? Talk about this fucking fight. And it looks like the fight might actually be here, but it looked like that before. And like I said, I'm not one to fall for the banana in the tailpipe again. What's up, Amira? Shout out to Amira. Y'all go sub to her, get it to 1,000 so we can see the workout videos. But yeah, I feel like we might. I feel like the chances of this fight happening might be like 70. 30%. That's how much of a curse I think this fight is. I think even if they signed on the dotted line, somebody would get hurt in camp. I think something might happen to where this fight might not happen. Because you got to remember, these fighters ain't done. Garcia went into the tank fight with a dangerous puncher who was shorter, who was definitely going to work his body. And he went in there and was surprised when the guy threw body shots at him. You got to make that make sense to me. And Ryan Garcia went in there for a participation trophy. That's it. It doesn't make any sense why he was so confident, betting his purse, telling Tank what he was going to do to him, making predictions. It didn't make any sense to me.
What's good, bro?
What's up, bro?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I waited for my friend to pick me up. Dog, my bike, I ran over some glass and my bike got fucked up. I'm waiting for someone to come pick me up.
Bro, I'm sick as shit, bro. No off days, bro. I feel like Michael Jordan's flu game is a pussy game, bro. I'm up here fucking aching like a motherfucker, bro. I've actually worked out with the flu, bro. That's why when people like Michael Jordan and the flu game, I'm like, man, shut that shit up, bro. That shit don't mean nothing. Hey, did you see what Errol Spence said, bro?
Yeah, I saw that interview popped up on my recommended earlier, bro, but I couldn't listen to that shit. That shit was getting annoying.
Shit. That's why you got the scholar, bro. I do my due diligence. Everybody else gonna watch my live and look it up, bro.
But yeah, well,
they gonna
he was just saying that.
My heart.
You got watermark that shit, bro. But yeah, he was just saying that they're in talks, right?
Bro, the moment I'm done, I'm gonna just put that shit on private, bro. If you missed it, you missed it, bro. Fuck it. I ain't let nobody profit off my hard work. But I'm gonna play that shit again because Hap said he didn't see it, bro. And then I want to get your opinion on it.
I don't know, but me and Crawford are definitely in the talks. We've been talking, so hopefully it can be me and him.
We're gonna start right into our negotiations going better than what they were before.
Yeah, definitely. Me and Crawford, when we was talking directly, we were probably on phone for probably 40 minutes, 30 minutes. We probably spent 15 minutes talking about, the negotiation part and stuff like that. We just talking about, getting a feel for each other and, basically talking about our families and, current situations we had going on and stuff like that. And then we start talking about, boxing and us fighting and negotiations and things like that. But it went well, and our teams are still negotiating. We're still having talks. So it's going very well.
You have, had some obstacles in your life. You have a wreck, a very bad wreck,
Bro.
Bro, I know he's from Texas, bro, but he talks slow than a motherfucker, bro. His
I know
tongue
that's
is
what I'm
chopping.
saying. Like he be giving the most annoying fucking answers, bro.
He comes off kind of punchy, bro.
Nah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
he
He was
just
talking like that before.
I don't know, bro. Like the last few years, I've seen like a slight decline. You know, those things don't happen overnight. It's gradual.
he's on that coding.
Bro, he definitely has declined. I ain't gonna lie about that. But I remember an interview he did with Ellie Setback, and Ellie Setback thought he was gonna say, "No, I ain't declined," but he was like, "Shit, but I'm still better than a lot of these fighters."
Yeah, I
Hey,
saw that. He
you ever
did
seen that
admit it.
interview?
He admitted it. Yeah.
You ever seen that interview where he was like, "I started boxing in 2015," but you seen
Yeah,
that?
drunk. I started in
Yeah,
2015. So my career started 2015.
yeah, going to 2005, yeah. So I
Yeah.
started
So,
boxing 2015.
so what you think about the fight, Gus? And then we're gonna go to half. You think it's happening or what?
Yeah, I got faith.
Shit, that was cut and dry. What you think about it, Hap?
I'm gonna say no.
Why you don't think it'll happen, Hap?
I just don't think. Look, it could happen, but I mean, I'm the greatest predictor of future events. Since you like quotes, greatest predictor of future events is the past, and it hasn't happened. It's been 5 years. Like literally, as soon as Crawford moved up, he got a title in his first fight at welterweight. It should have happened right then. That was when it was supposed to happen. Now, if we get it now, it's on some Mayweather Pacquiao type shit, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna keep all the way real, bro. If that's me going to negotiations, bro, and Errol Spence said we talked about our family, I'd be like, look, no disrespect, but Beyonce had the best video of all time. Like, bro, what the fuck that got to do with the fight, bro? I
Yeah, it
don't.
was like a lot of deflecting.
And then they asked him, does he think his family like the layoff affected him? He said yes, but he thought it was positive because he found like life outside of boxing. I'm like, what they say about silk sheets. This could be an indicator. Like he's definitely. I feel like this is truly a 50-50 fight. I feel like Bud has slipped a little bit too from when I first started watching Bud. Bud is still cold,
Oh
but
yeah,
he's
but it's slick, bro. He's not as athletic.
yeah, and I feel like Errol Spence has slipped a lot, bro. A lot
Yeah,
compared to what he used to. I remember when he fought Chris Algieri, bro, just how he just got in there and fucking dominated him, bro. Like, and Pacquiao went like tooth and nail kind of with Chris Algieri because of his size. And Spence just got in there and fucking clobbered him, bro. Like the Hulk versus a fucking ant or something.
Wait a minute, bro. Pacquiao knocked that dude down and made him like do somersaults and shit.
Oh, yeah, because Pacquiao's a hard puncher. But I feel like the same Jeff Horn gave Pacquiao trouble because of his size. It wasn't because of his skill. But I feel like in his spots,
Oh,
he
you
did.
meant Horn? I thought you said Algieri.
Yeah, that's what I'm comparing them to. I'm comparing the two. The two used their physicality at points in the fights, and they was able to survive. I feel like Pacquiao knocked him down a bunch. He should have finished him off as good as he is.
Yeah. But that shit was fucking a wash, bro. He killed Algieri. And like the funniest quote of all time, the let him out the cage thing. And then like as he's saying it, the dude gets knocked down. That shit was classic.
Bro, they clown on Max Kellerman, bro. But Max Kellerman thought that was the stupidest shit. He was like, your plan is to knock out Manny Pacquiao. Yep. One more round, I'm gonna let him out of his ass was sitting on the canvas, bro.
bro. All I'm saying is, if this fight doesn't happen this year, I'm not buying it. After this year, I'm not buying that fight.
I've heard people say that. Electro
So
did say he's not.
I almost like rather see him fight Jermell at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think Jamel want that smoke with Spence.
No, with
No.
Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford and Jamel.
I don't think he wanted with Crawford.
That'd be a good ass fight.
And I make him a favorite in the Crawford fight. I just don't think. I think like shit. They call them Lions only, bro. And what do Lions do, bro? They always go after the weak gazelles, bro. And I feel like they kind of got a history of doing that shit, bro. Like I watched another fighter slap the shit out of one of the brothers, bro. And they didn't do nothing, bro. They kept pump faking, trying to wolf him, and I was like, oh man, bro.
Wait, so you don't rate Jermel's resume that high?
Nah, Jamel is good, bro. He's good. But you know there's levels to everything, bro.
He's got a pretty decent resume. He's basically cleaned out 154. You know,
he's not a bad
like
fighter.
he's undisputed.
Smoke.
Look, he's way far ahead of his brother.
That's for damn sure. That motherfucker came out crying and everything, bro. Giving his opponents, bro. God damn, bro. You remember what Kambosos said when he didn't make weight, bro? What'd he say?
Start a war. Start a war.
Bro, he wasn't lying, even though he like Devin Haney was like, it's not the art of war if you tell everybody. But he wasn't lying, bro. I would never give my enemies that type of fuel against me, bro. That's crazy, bro. Boxing to me is like 75% mental. I would never do that.
Yeah, bro, it's bad. He was like, he broke down crying, man. Said he's going through a lot. He probably shouldn't have revealed that to the public, but I don't think he's stepping into the ring anytime soon, bro. He said he's gonna take as much time off as he wants. You know. What's up, bro? Even if he get, oh yeah, Gus Foot, bro, was good, aka Tim Brad. It's good. Nah, but yeah, he said even if he gets stripped, bro, he said he's still gonna feel like a champion.
Nah,
Jamal? I mean Jamal? Yeah, the big one. Jamal's a bitch.
That's like somebody saying, I never fought for a title, but I feel like a champion. Motherfucker, by definition, he not.
That sounds like Ryan Garcia right there.
Facts.
Yo, I think Ryan should retire, bro. Nah, man, there's a lot of money to be made. I mean,
he should
at his
retire because
expense.
he's gonna get his ass whooped against anyone good.
Yeah, but they're not gonna put him in there with anyone. He could beat Jermaine Ortiz.
See how hard you have to think.
No, I'm thinking about 140. Okay, he could beat I
The
think
dude that was calling out Tio?
Rolly, he could maybe beat Rolly, but I think Rolly might beat him.
Nah, Rolly shot to bitch, bro.
Yeah, Rolly concussed, bro.
Facts, Gus.
He could beat Barboza, and he could beat what's his name? The other Mexican dude that fought Taylor.
Cruz.
No. You talking about the guy that was unified?
Yeah.
Ramirez.
Ramirez. Yeah.
Ramirez. Yeah, he could be Ramirez a shot, bro. Ramirez can't take a punch like that no more. He could beat those.
Yo, he might. You think he could beat Matias?
Nah, Matias is killing, bro. I wouldn't even want to watch that fight. Matias is killing, bro.
You don't think Matias kind of slow?
Nah, it don't matter, bro.
I mean, he can punch, bro, but he got bad balance, bro.
Nah, he has good balance. That's why he moves so slow, because he tries
Bro,
to
Matias will fucking eat Ryan's fucking lunch all day. That's a real fighter. You got one guy who's a fucking influencer and a part-time boxer, and then there's a real actual boxer. Matias will kill Ryan. I put money on that.
Matias would fuck up Tank.
Oh yeah, bro. I don't think Tank could survive at 140, bro. I gotta be honest. I feel like if he could, he would have been moved up.
The only reason why Tank has more of a chance than Ryan against him is that knockout power. He's got the get out of jail free card. So
and Tank has proven to have a good chin.
Yeah. Tank got a good chin too.
He's sturdy. He's sturdy. Yeah. He's durable. You know, he's gonna give a good fight to almost anybody. But I don't think Tank could be all that successful at 140. I thought him dipping his toes in there with Barrios was a dumb move, because now people are gonna be like, oh well, you went to 140 before. Why don't you do it again?
Too small for the weight class.
But he did it already. So
I mean,
that's why that was dumb,
in
my opinion.
Weight drain, bro. I mean, Barrios admitted that he got weight drain, and then he weight drained Ryan too. So
I don't think Tank. I think Tank is like AB, bro. When AB was talking about fighting welterweight, bro, he said those guys are too big, bro. I think that Tank think those 140 pounders, they're a little too big for him, bro. So I think he'll just make his career at 135, and move up to 140 once Rolly get his belt, knock out Rolly, then go back down to 135.
But
That's how I
honestly,
see it.
I think Tank could do good at 140. I think there's just a lot. Like Matias would give him a lot of. Matias could knock him out, bro. Taylor could fuck him up.
I think Regis may knock him out too, bro.
Regis could fuck. Those are the
Cause
three
all those
fighters,
guys
bro.
got power. All those
Yeah,
guys got power up there, bro, and they big. And they tough. It's yeah.
Who you guys
Those are the only
got?
three fights that I think Tank could really lose. I think the other top 10 fighters Tank could beat.
Who you
Oh,
guys got
like
in?
a Barboza.
Who you guys got in Taylor versus Tio?
I got Taylor. Teal's too fucked, bro.
I ain't got
Taylor's
no
fucked. I mean, Teal's fucked up, man.
Scully got anything to say?
Yeah, I ain't got no faith in Tio at this point. Tio was one of my favorite fighters at one time, but I feel like the shit he's saying is outrageous. I don't think he belongs in a boxing ring. I think he needs to take time off, bro. Like what I always say, people forget, bro. Wilder was an older fighter, and when he got knocked out by Fury, he took a long time off, bro. He was drinking that fucking psychedelic tea and all the shit to try to come back mentally, and it worked. But he took time off. If Wilder would have hopped back in the ring, it's a chance he probably would have got knocked out again.
Well, he did.
He didn't get knocked out. He laid,
you talking about after the third fight?
After the third fight, after the trilogy, he said that he
I
took
got
a long time off.
I got you.
Coming off that fight. I mean, coming off that loss. Unlike Tio, Tio, he pretty much got back in quick, fought
Hey,
two
bro.
guys, and now he already trying to fight a former undisputed world champion, though. So probably biting off
140.
more than he could chew.
I want to say
with Tio.
I want to say Taylor would fucking beat the shit out of fucking Tio because he really should, but God, I have so little faith in him after seeing that Catterall fight now. Like, I mean, both of these guys have been looking shitty, bro.
That's It's the
But to be
tale of two
honest,
tapes, man. Either Taylor's gonna lose because he's weight drink. Oh shit! I'll see you, man.
Dustin got his bike stolen.
yo, I'm not gonna lie. I think that. Oh damn, Gus, bro. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I think Tio could get this victory, bro. Skylar, I ain't gonna lie. I think Tio could get this victory because I just think that like when you look at Taylor right now in his career, coming off a bad performance against a smaller guy in Catterall, who was supposed to be a tune-up. Well, I ain't gonna say a tune-up fight, but just a stay busy fight. Look bad in that long layoff. I think a 2-year layoff at this point. I nearly, over a year layoff, coming off an injury. Right now, Taylor, if you wanted a shot at the world title, right now Taylor would be for the taking, bro. Right now, Taylor is at his weakest, and I think that Tio, if he fight on the back foot and make Taylor come and get him, I think that Tio will beat him, bro, on decision, and probably drop him at least once based off the speed.
He hasn't shown to have that discipline, bro. He was supposed to run through Cambosis, but he kept coming forward and kept getting dropped, bro. Coming forward, he can't fight coming forward, bro. But I want to get your opinion on this, bro. Do you think that the Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford fight will happen, bro?
Of course, bro. Of course. There was a lot of doubt. A lot of people's doubting the fight, but I at this point, I think what happened, man. I mean, we gotta just look at how boxing's moving, right? You got I mean, we just seen Tank versus Ryan Garcia. Now we're getting Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. I mean, obviously, bro, boxing got a lot of eyes on it right now. Got a big audience. So it'd be foolish to not make the fight. And then we also got to look at how long Spence and Crawford been in negotiations. They've been negotiating for a long time, and it seems like they putting in a lot of work and trying to make the fight get made. So I think we'll see the fight this year, to be honest. Based off of that, Errol Spence don't really got no new opponents lined up. Crawford, he not really looking at nobody. They're trying to get this fight worked out. So right now, boxing is as hot as it's gonna be. So I think that I think they're gonna make the fight based off the climate, of the current climate.
I think they might have missed their window, bro.
You think so? But Ugas' performance was a good performance, bro. As long ago as it was a good performance.
How long ago was Ugas fight, bro? I went to that fucking fight, bro.
It was a year.
Yeah,
It
that
was a
shit
full
It was a year
year.
ago. Damn.
And Spence is really fucking inactive, bro. Super inactive for a
It was,
young guy
bro.
like that.
It's funny you say that because Errol Spence decided the interview. He said that he don't like. He said Errol Spence said that he don't like he actually don't like training. Like he used to like dread going to training camp
No, you
and
can
cutting
fucking
weight.
tell, bro. You can tell. He's just not about that, boxer lifestyle. He's more of like he reminds me more of like a hip hop person kind of lifestyle.
Man, somebody at the Fast and Furious debut. What's up, Q?
Man, what's good with it, man? I'm over here, shit, leaving the gas station and shit, man. So,
Q, did you hear that audio, bro?
It sounds like you're at the races or some shit. Who's
yeah,
driving
yeah,
fast, bro?
yeah. You know how motherfuckers be having them tuned up ass cars. My bad. Um, but yeah, man. As far as Spence and I seen a little shit. I watched like toward the end and shit of the little thing, man. Spence, bro, he everything I thought he is, bro. Like he cool, he a likable guy, Um, but he just not really what his super fans believe him to be. He really not this dude who really just 100% in a boxing. Which ain't nothing wrong with it because at the end of the day, they do it because they love it, but they also do it for the money. Right now, or Spence just do it for the money, just like he said. You know what I mean? I make 147 because of the money, not because none of the other shit. Not because he claimed to be the best. Yeah, yeah. You might want to prove certain people wrong that think you can't do this or oh he wasn't gonna come back from the wreck. That's cool shit to psych you out and motivate you. But money is the number one motivator for him at the end of the day. And he gonna get his motherfucking teeth knocked clean out, just like he thought Ugas knocked them shits clean out if you fight Bud, bro. That's how that shit gonna go, man. That's just how I see it. You know what I mean? And I ain't even know that shit. That was the funniest part to me about him taking his fucking teeth out and shit like that. He thought Danny knocked him. He thought Ugas knocked them shits out of his mouth. That shit was funny because I always said he must have thought that nigga knocked it out of his mouth, and it confirmed what I said was true.
Yeah, I'm trying to start a riot in Texas. What's up, Press? What you think about the fight? You think it's gonna happen?
Shit.
Hello. The fight, Bud and Spence.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just too many politics going on right now.
Iffy, right?
Yeah, I can't tell. I feel like I don't know, bro, because they have two different promotions. Then like, you know how like they are, bro. So one of them is talking, bro. Crawford made a fucking 30-minute documentary of how like or like video of how the whatchamacallit, the Neo go like the deal or whatever not going through and blaming Spence for everything. So I don't know. They're both iffy, bro. So I don't believe it.
But he said in the interview with his girlfriend, bro, that he's in talks and everything's going good. So you don't believe it?
No, until it's confirmed. Like until we see both of these guys in the
So I gotta get
Yeah,
y'all.
till they're fucking walking into the ring,
Yeah.
bro. I have my doubts.
Gotta get everybody's opinion on this shit because me and Hap got jumped for saying Ryan Garcia would quit, and then we watched the epilogue where Ryan Garcia said, "Hey, I could have got up, but I didn't," and I feel like Canelo has slipped, and Ryan and I don't know, did y'all see the clip where Ryder said Canelo slipped?
Yes, I mean, I wouldn't say he slipped. He's just getting older, bro. Like he's got a lot of mileage on them tires. It's the thing.
That's
People
slipping,
go by age. Like, someone like honestly, boxing age-wise, Fury. I'm not Fury. I'm saying Wilder is younger than fucking Canelo. He started way late in his life. Got way less fights. Like he's probably a fresher fighter than Canelo is.
What you think, Bo? What you think about that?
Who, me? Or
Bo, and we'll go to UQ.
oh, my bad.
Well, go ahead, Q. I think Bo left.
Oh, shit, my bad. Damn. Fuck. My bad. What y'all saying again? I'm over here thinking about.
Canelo slipped. Ryder did an interview after the fight, and he said Canelo slipped.
Yeah,
That's
for
crazy.
sure. Yeah, Canelo, he not what he was for sure. And you see it, a guy like Ryder, for sure. Like when if Ryder was on that list of fucking when Canelo was going for the undisputed, man, for sure he would have got his ass beat the fuck. Well, he got beat the fuck up. Like it just wasn't. People expectations of Canelo were a little bit higher, so. Off of what Canelo's showing you, yeah, I guess you could say it might be a little slippage. Canelo, I know, especially after getting that undisputed, he just celebrated. He partied hard over there. He might still, he ain't there. The Bivol shit, he anticipating retirement, all that. Like, yeah, Canelo not really that. And I'm 100% with y'all when y'all was talking Ryan quit. Fuck yeah, Ryan quit. If AJ quit, Ryan quit. Man, Ryan quit. That nigga didn't want
Wait,
none of
when
no
did
parts of
AJ
that
quit?
shit.
With
When they the
with
Ruiz shit.
Ruiz.
No, I think he was really hurt, in my opinion.
No, he
And
turned his back on the ref and walked away, bro. Like most guys would
yeah,
have got waved off right there.
See, that what I be
nah, bro.
saying, bro. Like
I
niggas
think
be
he.
wanting to get the fuck out of there, my nigga. Like they don't want no parts of that shit.
Nah, I
Yeah,
think
get the
after
fuck
the
out of
first
there.
knockdown, AJ wasn't all right. Like he was dazed. Like he couldn't. Like he wasn't like himself. Like he didn't know what's going
But
on in
that
the
doesn't
ring.
mean he didn't quit. I agree with you, but that doesn't mean he didn't
So
quit,
all right,
bro.
hold on, bro.
That's a reason for
If I know
quitting.
I'm hurt, like extremely hurt, and I'm taking punches that I can't even see no more, you mean to tell me if I don't respond, I quit?
Yep.
Bro, but it's that's a
That's not
reason
how
for
that works,
that's
bro.
why
It's different
somebody
with the
would
Ryan.
quit.
Bro, Ali fought with a
That,
broken jaw for
that's
fucking
exactly why
15
somebody
rounds,
would
bro.
That's
quit,
a
bro.
broken jaw. I'm talking about brain damage.
Okay, well, other guys have gotten up
Bro,
from
come on,
multiple
man.
knockdowns.
Yo,
I
Like,
know that, but I'm
for
talking about
instance, have you ever seen Castillo versus Corrales?
yes.
Okay, so fucking Corrales got up after several knockdowns and still managed to get a fucking KO.
These are heavyweights we're talking about here. This is different.
Ryan not a heavyweight.
Well,
We talking
I'm
about
not saying
that was it.
no.
That was
I'm talking about AJ. I know Ryan quit. I never said he didn't quit on that. I'm talking about AJ. He didn't. I don't believe he quit, bro.
So I have to agree with Press on this one, and I have to agree with him because I watched the epilogue afterwards, and AJ spit his mouthpiece out, and the referee didn't put his mouthpiece back in, but he wanted him to go back into the fight. You can't go back into the fight without your mouthpiece. We learned that in the Spence fight. There was a break in the action. He was supposed to put the mouthpiece in and let him go. But I'm gonna go to right
Bro,
side.
spitting out your mouthpiece on purpose though is quitting.
As a tactic.
I mean,
that's how you get a break.
That's
how you get a break to
But
recover.
back to what you were just saying, though.
Let's go to the right side. Let's go to the right side. Let's
Castillo
go to the right
shit.
side. He ain't said nothing in a while. What's up, right side?
Man, what up to the scholar, man? Salute to everybody on the panel. Hey, spitting out your mouthpiece is the oldest trick in the book. It's for you to get a break. That's what it's about. So, I mean, it is what it is. But at the same time, when we look at Ryan Garcia, even AJ, I ain't gonna say, bro, AJ, he could have kept fighting, bro. He could have kept fighting. He didn't want no more smoke at that current moment in time. Same thing with Ryan. So I think those are two clear examples.
That's very analogous. Very analogous.
See this again? I'm gonna see the AJ.
I mean, but it go back to what you saying, like, bro. I mean, Castillo and Corrales, bro kept spitting his mouthpiece out. But that's
right. But they put it back in.
He still had,
they put it back in. They put it back in. He kept fighting.
He never.
He kept fighting.
Yeah, but
They
he
even took a
never.
point that
He
fight.
never.
They took a point for him
But
spinning
he
out.
never
We
looked
kept
like he
fighting.
wanted. But if you looking at his body language, he never looked like he
He
wanted to
was
quit.
still there to
He
fight,
was, all,
bro.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like he still wanted
I
to
agree with
smoke.
that.
Them niggas never had that. You can look in their eye and see they didn't want no parts of what the fuck was going on in that ring, bro.
But
They
he went back
didn't.
and beat the shit out of Andy Ruiz. Ryan Garcia
Man,
wouldn't do that to
that
Tank.
weak ass fight, man.
Hey, a
that
W is a
nigga
W.
AJ.
Hey, Q,
That nigga
a W
AJ
is a
out of
fucking
there,
W, bro.
dog. He was
Hey, if I ride
bullshit.
the score clock in basketball, a W is a W in the fucking history book.
Hey
They're not gonna
man,
take
Andrew Ruiz, weak ass, got destroyed by Chris Arreola, bro. Never fought since.
that.
Well, actually, yeah, he did, but he almost got knocked out by Chris Arreola, bro. So we can't forget that, bro. You gotta remember that shit.
What's up, Jimmy? What you got to add to it, bro?
Salute, lads. Hope you guys are going well. Mind you guys, it's a good cast of panel members here. Yeah, just go on, man. I guess you guys have already covered the Canelo card, right?
We could go back to that, Jimmy. I want to get you from across the pond, right?
Yeah, mate.
Do you think AJ quit?
Which against who?
Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz.
Well, I mean, he did get off the floor 4 times and tell the referee, "I'm good." And historically, that usually does mean you want to continue. And Paulie Malignaggi made a good point where I think someone was talking about the mouthpiece thing. That's a veteran tactic to buy more time. And Joshua was badly gassed out. So maybe he wanted a few more seconds. But when the referee stopped it, I mean, Joshua clearly met eyes with the referee and said, "I'm good, man. Let's continue." And he got off the floor 4 times as well. So, I mean, people are entitled to their opinion, but usually when you get off the floor 4 times and tell the referee you're okay, that means you want to continue.
I agree. So look,
Okay.
we're gonna jump back into this. We're gonna jump
Can I
back into this.
can I respond to that, or is someone else gonna go?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. When people spit out the mouthpiece to buy time, that's usually like in the middle of a round, like what Spence did or what other people did, like when they're standing up, bro. He was already knocked down. He took out the mouthpiece, spit it out, and then turned his back on the ref, which is most of the time is an automatic DQ. You're not supposed to do that. Okay,
Bro,
I don't
he
know.
didn't turn his back on the ref.
He
He
turned
walked
his
back
back.
to the corner.
He turned his back to the ref and he walked to the corner. Let me finish. Let me finish, and you go. He turned his back on the ref, walked to the corner, and looked like he was done. And to me, you could say he didn't quit or he did quit. I mean, quitting is a loaded word. It makes it sound like the guy's a bitch or something. I don't mean he's a bitch. He's a fucking pro fighter. He's a champion, a unified champion. But could he have kept going? I think so. And same with Ryan.
He wanted to, though. He told the referee, "I'm good." He got off the floor. But Ryan, it was different. I mean, he literally had the knee pads out, right? I'm not sure how you can compare the two.
Hey man, I seen bro. The ref told him to go back to the corner. That's what AJ did.
Yeah.
He complied. Went back. The ref had a look at him. AJ said, "I was ready to go." Ref said no. There was a ref's decision. He didn't quit at all. I don't get that narrative. Y'all trying to make
I was good with
AJ look like a quitter when he's not.
I
Now he
was
has
good
some
with the
mental
referee.
flaws. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's a quitter.
No, I mean, look, this guy got nailed to the floor by Klitschko, and he got off and took about 30 other power shots and never quit. Got off the floor 4 times against Andy Ruiz. I think he's mentally definitely going through a lot of problems right now.
Yeah.
A lot of that might have to do with his personal issues, but as far as him being a quitter, I mean, I just,
I just don't
I
see
don't think
that
there's enough
take,
evidence.
bro.
Yeah.
I can't get.
I don't see enough evidence.
So
He
right
could have quit
side.
anytime, man.
I got to go to right side on this, and then I got to go to Bo. We'll just open it back up because I want to know right side. You spend a lot of time at these debates about Spence versus Crawford, and now it look like it's finally here. What you think about it?
Shit, I don't believe that shit here until these motherfuckers get in the ring, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I pray that this fight is done. Can y'all hear me? Damn, my mic over here. Can y'all hear me? My bad. I pray that this fight is made. I don't believe that shit, bro. I don't believe none of it. I don't give a damn what Earl. I don't care what none of them motherfuckers say no more. Until I see motherfuckers walking down the entrance, walking down during their entrance to get in the ring, bro. I don't trust that shit. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, 3 times, 4 times. What the fuck, bro? Like, god damn, nah, I don't believe it. I gotta see him in the ring, bro. I got PTSD from this fight. It is what it is.
I agree with you, right side, but I think it's YouTubers that's made us tired of this fight by constantly arguing and fighting over it because they'll hear a story through gossip, sources say, and all of a sudden they run it with the story. I think they've made us numb to this story because I told myself I wasn't going to report until I heard it from either one of their mouth. I don't give a fuck what Bud's sisters say. I'm reporting when I hear them say something. Right. So when Spence said
but whose fault is that, Scholar? That it's only because we talk about it on YouTube. The only reason we're continuing to talk about it for so long and having the same fucking conversation is because these motherfuckers won't fight.
And the craziest thing about this fight is I think everybody on the I don't know nobody who just like, man, I don't want to see. We what about 4-5 years into this shit and everybody still want to see the fight, man. Y'all need to get this shit done, bro. Like, get it done.
No, I don't want to see it. She'll tell you why. It's like, you know, that hot blonde. It's that hot blonde that you chase, right? And all she does is just tickle your balls. After 5 years, you're kind of, I'm kind of done with it. You know?
Say, Jimmy, I need a little more than that, man. I need a little more than that.
No, I'm just kind of sick of it. One guy's 35. In Crawford and Errol Spence at this point. I mean, he's not.
Being honest, somebody sent me something on my phone and said that I hog-tied her. I don't know how to hog-tie people. What would I hog-tie? My kids is listening to this.
Hey, Jimmy said he don't know how to hog tie. I don't know how to hog tie.
My kids are listening to this shit.
You know, the fact of the matter, right? I feel like it's partly to blame. I feel like a large majority is on the fans. Like I put some onus on Spence and Errol and Bud, but negotiations fall out. That's what happens in business. Like, you know, people understand business, how business goes. It's not gonna always fly. But doing 3 to 4 hour lives where people are debating about who's ducking. Like I've seen Hall of Famers on people's panel, I ain't gonna say no names, but they ask him about the Bud Spence fight instead of asking him like some deep boxing knowledge questions that he could fill in on.
Hey man, that's my thing is I understand the people. The people they want to see the fight. They're gonna push for the fight. The thing is though, I feel where you're coming from. I agree to some degree, but at the same time, we wouldn't be talking about this shit if these motherfuckers just get in the ring and fight, bro. Just get in the ring, make the fight happen. I understand negotiations. I understand all of it. It's just at some point in time you get to a breaking point, and it's like, man, y'all just do what you got to do. And hey, either say that, either make the fight, or just tell us that the fight ain't gonna happen.
I hope the fight flops.
But my thing is right. I think there's better fights out there.
Hold on, let me make this point, Press. I'm gonna go to you, and then I'm gonna go to Jimmy, and then we'll go to Bo. He's been quiet, and then we'll go to Hap. But I feel like I say them names, man. I ain't scared of no fucking YouTuber. I watched Blue Bud Boxing do a live where he talked about nothing that had to do with Spence versus Bud, but he put it as a title, bro, because it's gonna get clicks. So I feel like because YouTubers have did that clickbaiting shit, it's made us numb to it. Like when we see that title, people are like, man. That's why I titled this video "The Boxing's Greatest Hits," because that's what people do when in doubt. If a person's losing an argument, we could be talking about Canelo's performance. That's why Bud ducked Spence, bitch. You're like, what? What the fuck they got to do with anything? But go ahead, press for Jimmy.
Facts.
I'm gonna say is this fight is running away from them because there's actually like better fights out there that people really want to see are actually being made, especially in the lightweight division. Things are actually looking up. Look at we already had Javante versus Ryan. Now we're gonna have Loma versus Devin Haney. Then after that, they're planning to get Javante with Devin, or might have a Tiafimo in there. That's what I'm saying. The fight is running away from them, and I don't think the hype is going to be as what it was when whatchamacallit, when they did it a year ago. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's different now. Like boxing moves fast, man. We don't like if things don't happen, things don't happen. That's why I'm like not even concerned about this stuff no more. And
No,
plus with the
boxing away from
YouTube.
no man. You seen Lennox Lewis
Yeah.
and talk about fighting Riddick Bowe. They talking about fighting at fucking 50. But go ahead, Jimmy. What you got to add, bro?
Yeah, brother. Do you know what it is though? I really did want this fight for a very long time. I'm a big Crawford fan, so I used to take great pleasure in trolling homosexuals. But you know what, man? It's been 5 years. It's kind of like it's just one of them, bro. It's like I feel like it's kind of past its sell by date. Um, and if they do fight, I feel like I almost feel like I should, like, as far as we shouldn't pay per view for it because, like, you guys made us wait several years, and one guy's 35, and the other guy is one joyride away from being in a wheelchair. So, I mean, like, what kind of product are we really going to get at this stage? I think the fight isn't as big as it could have been or should have been. I know whose fault it was, and I'm very, in my opinion, I'm very, strong on that point. But it doesn't really matter whose fault it was because we didn't get the fight, and we just need to move on. And you're right, they do. There is a lot of clickbait. But to be fair, though, I think the fighters tease us a lot as well because in every other interview they mention each other. Errol was saying, "Hey, Crawford, I'm coming for you. You're next." And Crawford was, "I'll see you soon." And a lot of these media hoes as well, these wannabe media reporters, they keep coming on these panels and promising us. Literally, I'm not even joking, right? And Dub and Q, he's been on similar panels where these wannabe media reporters come in and swear on a stack of Bibles that the fight is done and they need to announce it. Literally, for over 1.5 years, as fans, we've been told by these quote unquote media guys that the fight is done and is about to get announced. So it's just a lot of buffoonery, at this stage.
Bro, I went as far as to go ahead and take vacation time and to just to make sure I was going to be in the building. We talked about it plenty of times, Jimmy. You know what it is.
Yeah, bro. We were trying to book an Airbnb in Vegas.
And so I feel like because when you spend so much time and effort into wanting to be at a big event like that, man, that's why I say I got PTSD from the fight. I wasted vacation time that could have been used in a different way last year, trying to be at this fight. So I just, like I say, a motherfucker can tell me that the shit gonna happen, and I'm still not gonna believe it until I see them walking. Hell, even if they weigh in, shit, somebody might break a toe in the bathroom in the lot. I don't know. Damn all of it, man. Until I see them walking or getting into that ring, actually, then I believe it. Until then, bro, I'm skeptical in the motherfucker.
I mean, people were saying Hagler and Leonard were old when they fought.
Yeah, people still showed up for that fight.
Those guys were younger than these guys.
And then when go ahead,
Hold on, I'll let you go, and then we'll go back to you.
Man, it's just, bro, how I look at it, bro. I put it like this. I ain't really frustrated with I guess how long it took, that's whatever because I done been watching this shit long enough that I done seen fights that I haven't got. The bad thing about it is just, like just the YouTube shit, bro. The YouTube shit kind of fuck it up. The YouTube shit is what lead the boxers to feel the way they feel. Because they got their fan bases and that they get to watch and they get to see and they get to smell and themselves, and the more that shit went along, the more crazier both of them really just started moving, because at the end of the day, bro, Earl, he easy route and all that shit was to put himself in the position to get more money than Bud when they fought. And when you look at it, if you kind of look at it like that, and all the shit that transpired, that's what fucked the fight up. Because at the end of the day, in this point in time now, like, yeah, Earl may be more popular and may have sold, more pay-per-views and shit like that. But in reality, he's really not that much bigger than Bud. So now that they're negotiating, it's like it's too much tug and pull with that shit. No, you not really. Yeah, you should get more money than him, but you ain't. Bro, it's the same fucking fans, nigga. You might have maybe 75,000 more people out there to just fuck with you tough, like, or like as far as like money goes, that actually pay for the shit. But man, it ain't even really like that. You wasted a whole bunch of time on this easy route doing that weird shit for no reason, and now Bud people they done route this nigga up, and this shit just weird. This shit just weird, bro. I don't really care. But how I'm gonna go, I don't care if people spend their money. You spend your money on whatever. I ain't mad if you spend by every Tank fight, every Canelo fight, whatever. Fuck somebody talking about what another person gonna spend their money on. But me personally, man, if that shit don't happen, shit, when I feel like it should, nigga, I'm not gonna pay for that shit. And I fuck with both of them. But I ain't gonna pay for that shit if I don't
Streaming?
want to. I don't give a damn what nobody talking about.
Illegally stream that motherfucker, right?
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm torn. I think I'm gonna pull up. But right side, what did you say earlier, and then we'll go to Gus.
Nah. I was gonna ask Q. Did you do a video about the heavy the glamour divisions, saying how now it seemed like I believe it was you. I could be wrong, but saying how the 135-pound division they starting to eclipse the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? And we know boxing moves the way that the glamour divisions usually move. That's usually is a great judge of how popular the sport is, how the sport is moving. And right now, bro, it sounds like it's looking like 135. Did you do that video, bro? Was that you?
Yeah.
I thought that was you.
Yeah, I touched on it like earlier today. Like it go heavyweight, middleweight, welterweight. That's like how that shit go. Like how people when boxing really popping, welterweight, middleweight, heavyweight are popping.
Right.
If you look at boxing right now, heavyweight bullshit, middleweight most definitely bullshit, and welterweight is bullshit, and boxing is fucking that shit on shaky ass legs, bro.
The lightweight division is
They
damn near
fishing for
carrying
lightweight.
the sport.
But he's telling you, bro, the reason why the lightweight division is hot right now is because the other divisions are bullshitting.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing at all.
Yeah.
That's why I want him to touch on it, because and when we're talking about how the welterweight division, like we call it the glamour division, it's been held up for what 3 years now. Like, bro, what the fuck? Something got to shake, bro. And y'all need to. I'm just saying we got to move forward on this. The fight need to happen. Somebody need to be stripped. I don't know what need to happen, but we got to move forward with this
Hey
because
guys,
they holding the damn division up.
let's promote Bridgerweight, bro. Let's get that popping.
Stop it, brother. Stop it. I don't need
Man, I will never.
You know what? There have been a lot of big events in the lightweight division. If you think about it, we had Lomachenko, Teofimo, then we had Haney, Kambosos, we had Ryan Tank. Now we're gonna swing back to Lomachenko, Haney. Like, this is, every little while we're getting a big lightweight event. Shakur's in the mix. Keyshawn, he may be the class of the division. I don't know. You got a lot of talent there. You've got a lot of young talent as well, which is even better. And then you got all these events that keep happening. So I think it's just you just got to keep the ball rolling, I think. And Q said you're right. Welterweight, heavyweight, middleweight. Historically, nothing else has been able to compete with it. But that's because there's been quality in the divisions. If there's nothing there, there's nothing to compete with. The shine will go on to other divisions.
Even in middleweight right now, the 160-pound division, who's the goods at middleweight right now? Erislandy Lara?
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
You said 165?
No,
160.
Oh, 160. I don't know.
Lara's a champion. What's his name?
I mean, you could argue Canelo's still the best 160 pounder right now, which is sad. That's fucking sad.
Charlo been holding the belt that he not gonna defend. I don't know. He need to be stripped or made a champion in recess. Damn. What's my other brother name? Janabek. At least he up there. At least he active. I'm like, bro, what are we doing right now? I just don't. I don't get it.
We really don't even know who next up.
Bro, I'm coming for that 160.
Hold on, Q. I'm gonna let you go after. I'm gonna let Gus jump in. He ain't said nothing since he got on the panel.
Hey, hold on. Give me a minute real quick, bro.
Damn, Gus, get your chain back, bro.
Hold on.
All right, go ahead, Q. You there, Ken?
I was just gonna say we don't even know who next up in the shit middleweight. Like middleweight is like that shit like a hazard zone, bro. Got the yellow tape up and shit. Like, motherfuckers don't know what's going on up there, bro.
I'm telling you,
Biohazard,
those belts
bro.
are easy
Yeah,
fixed,
yeah.
bro. Anyone can get a belt middleweight right now. Once they,
No, this is the problem. Ain't
Shit,
nobody getting no damn belts out there. Ain't nobody fighting. You tell me the last good middleweight
you
fight we seen.
got one guy sitting on a belt for 2 fucking years not fighting.
Facts.
That's part of the problem.
He need to be
Triple
stripped.
G.
Charlo.
Triple G's
Yeah.
irrelevant. Mangia. I mean, he's a
Triple
cherry
G
picker.
dropped this belt. Triple G dropped this belt and
when's
gave
the
it to
last
Lara.
time Magia fought, bro?
Lara's about to fight Danny Garcia, for God's sake.
Mangia is fighting bums. Mangia's like he's gonna get to 50-0 fighting bums.
Hold on though.
Shit,
How did Garcia? How is Danny Garcia getting a shot at a title shot at 160 when his only fight at 154 was goddamn Pele Benavidez? Respectfully.
I have no idea.
This man is getting a shot at Lara
manager, bro.
and an old ass Lara. Even if you go back and watch when he fought Spike O'Sullivan, both of their feet was stuck in the mud. And I'm saying like, and this is the fight we're gonna be. This is a championship fight. Lara versus Danny Garcia. What are we? What the fuck are we talking about?
Dub.
That's what I think.
Not even that. Like motherfuckers complain about, which I really wasn't tripping, and I'll talk a little shit about it. That Ryan and Tank was fighting at a catch weight for nothing. Lara and Danny are fighting at a catch weight for a middleweight title. That's crazy.
That's
I
crazy.
was like, how the hell? Bro, this shit don't even make sense, man. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Scholar.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, so when you want me to give my opinion on the Spence fight?
Shit, whatever you cook on. You want to cook on what they cooking on? Whatever.
Bro, bro. No, I'm good, man. I'll just wait.
Hey, my grandma.
He don't want to talk about them bullshit ass niggas, man.
Yeah, bro. All I'm saying is if the fight happens after this year, I'm not paying for this shit.
Hey, I'm with you, my nigga. I see it. I ain't even gonna give them that long. I damn near said before if they don't fight before Bud next birthday, it's over with.
Yeah, bro. That shit's meaningless after that. I don't give a fuck if it's for undisputed or not. They don't even defend their belts, so it's not even real undisputed, bro. In my opinion.
And then even in that division, they were talking about EJ defending his belt against goddamn what's one time or sometimes, like I like to call him, sometimes Thurman. They talking about him defending the belt at 140. I mean at 154. How the hell you defend a 147 belt at 154? How does that work? It don't even make sense.
I mean, the only crazy thing about it to me is, and I just noticed it in the David Benavidez when he's on that card, because they had some welterweights on that card. I keep it a buck, bro. I don't think that's why it make me so. I get it be like, man, that's the frustrating part about it, because I don't think nobody can beat Bud or Earl. Nobody in that division can beat them two guys, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I just looking at it, watching all them guys fight, seeing all them guys, they last fights, none of them guys are fucking with Earl and Bud. That's why they have to fight, bro. They have to. Nobody, none of them other guys can beat them, bro. Or they're not as good or whatever. It ain't gonna be that real elite shit that we want. But it's fucking it up because time is, that shit not on their side. Time not on their side right now. And people gonna spend their money up. People gonna spend their money elsewhere, especially. Man, they gonna spend their money somewhere else, bro. I know.
All right. Wait. What we talking about? We talking about Bud or Spence, or we talking about middleweights or like Haney versus Loma or what?
Hold on. I wanted to ask a question real quick, Scholar, if you would allow me, because I believe you said y'all cooked on this, but I want I missed it. I apologize.
Go ahead.
Man, what's next? What do y'all think? Who do y'all think Canelo fights next? I think. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. I think he done been cut off after this John Ryder fight. It ain't nothing but dangerous fights for him.
Bro,
I
I
think
kind of got
uh
an
I
answer.
think the fights he was taking. Oh, go ahead, bro.
All right. Yo, bro, he in a post fight press conference, Canelo was talking about fighting Bivol, and honestly, I think that's the most dumbest thing he could do.
Yeah, Bivol will
Because
fuck
if
him
they
up.
just think about it, imagine this, right? Everybody can already recognize Canelo slowing down, bro. Even the guy that Canelo was beating the shit out of said, "Nah, man, he's slowing down, bro." That's how you know it's bad, right? So imagine he goes up to 175 for a second time, get his ass beat by Bivol, then drop back down, bro. He gonna be fooled, bro. It's gonna be over for him, bro. Like
Bro, he
when Roy Jones
already
Jr.
fooled, bro.
I don't think so,
Canelo
bro.
retiring
Look,
off
He
this
not.
next loss.
He not. I
so
mean,
watch
look,
this.
look, look, look. He not fooled. He not fooled for like a David Morrell or a fucking Demetrius Andrade at this point, right? Only
What?
guy that could probably beat him right now is David Benavidez, and that's it. Everybody else, Canelo was still
David
probably knock
Morrell.
him out.
Hold on. Now
Yo,
this is
calm down,
this
bro.
is
Let me finish, bro. Hold up,
my
bro.
bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad, bro.
But if Canelo was to go back up to 175, get beat by Bivol, then drop back down, bro, he'll be food for anybody at that point, bro. It'll be over for him.
I think
So
he'll
honestly,
retire.
I
All right,
think he
bro.
should
Hold
make
on.
his next
Hold on.
move, his best move, and fight David Benavidez. If
Hey,
he beat
bro.
David
David Morrell.
Benavidez, he'll
Wait,
retire.
But he's not
bro.
gonna
David
get there.
Morrell. David Morrell. The only reason he's not a dangerous fight yet is because that man hasn't even faced adversity yet. Like we don't. We still haven't seen him get rocked. We don't know how his chin is. He's not. I mean, he's still too unexperienced uh to beat Canelo right now. I think what Canelo should do is fight Benavidez and retire because he can beat
Facts.
Benavidez. Benavidez
Facts.
is wide. Benavidez gives him so many opportunities to counter, even if he's slowing down, bro. I mean, Caleb Plant was teeing off on Benavidez, even though he didn't get marked up. He was teeing off on him.
Yo, I'm
I
And
not
mean,
it's gonna
gonna.
I
be a
don't,
big ass fight.
I
I
didn't
don't, I
mean
don't think, I don't agree.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead, Jim.
No, I don't agree with the notion. I know a lot of people say Canelo takes easy fights, this and that, but I've always said Canelo's got the strongest resume in boxing. So if Canelo's not doing anything, then everyone else might as well retire. Um, But I can't think of a fight. Look, I thought the Dimitri Bivol fight for me was probably the toughest fight you could have taken. Charlo, Benavidez, and Bivol. I thought the Triple G third fight. Look, I didn't want that fight, but if anyone else beat Triple G at that time, who was a unified champion coming off a knockout win for Charlo, Andre, Benavidez, that would have been a legacy signature win. I mean, a lot of people are forgetting he knocked out Caleb Plant a couple of years, well, not too long ago, and that same Caleb Plant was never dropped by Benavidez, was never stopped. And in fact, I mean, those guys basically went life and death. He got schooled in the first half, he gassed out, and then won the final round. So I think people are kind of overreacting to Canelo's performance. I mean, he literally beat Ryder bloody, dropped him twice, and won by near shutout. The only thing he didn't do is stop him, and he came close in the ninth, right? But a lot of fans don't put into perspective that John Ryder has only been stopped once in his career, and that was early on at middleweight where he was weight drained and he was beating the shit out of Nick Blackwell, got gassed. Canelo's the only man to put him on the floor, and Ryder has four powerhouses like Danny Jacobs, Calvin Smith, Zach Parker, guys that are legitimate punchers and bigger dudes. Never been hurt. I mean, those shots were bouncing off his chin, no problem. Uh, it wasn't the best performance by Canelo, but I mean that guy Ryder's got an awkward style. You're talking about a short southpaw who smothers you on the inside, good jab, great heart, great engine, physically strong. I mean, the guy was, had a lot of momentum, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
people.
think Benavidez would blow out Ryder. I don't think Caleb Plant would blow out Ryder. Yeah, I mean,
That's
I
debatable.
think
That's
people
debatable.
expectations of Canelo was like super. The expectations didn't match what Canelo did. Because I mean, I'm watching it. I did expect Canelo to like stop him, but it ain't like people acting like Canelo did what respectfully. We gonna keep it on subject, but they acting like Canelo did what Boots just did. Like everybody thought he was gonna knock the nigga out, and he chased the nigga, and he won, but it wasn't like that. Like he literally beat that motherfucker every round. If you generous, you gave Ryder one round, but he beat his ass. It's just like we expected you to stop this dude, you know. And at the end of the day, Canelo is just his style. Canelo lack of adjustments is that's just the thing. Yeah, punch variation, just certain shit like that. But if I'm looking at him versus Benavidez, bro, like shit, I still got Canelo beating Benavidez, bro. That's just me. I'm gonna be honest. I still got Canelo beating Benavidez. I do believe Benavidez could beat Canelo, but bro, Benavidez got crazy flaws, bro. Like it, and it's not like he can box like he a boxer. He's not a boxer. He's not nothing that ever beat Canelo. He could beat Canelo, but we just can't sit there and be like, yeah, he'd beat Canelo because Canelo not really what he used to be and da 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 da. Like, nah, he don't got none of them traits of any nigga that ever beat Canelo or um controversially beat Canelo like a Lara or some shit like that. He don't get down like that. He not no southpaw neither. So even I can't even look at what he did with Ryder to match up with Bivol because he's not a southpaw. So I mean, Canelo is just in the air. I just think Canelo is he looking at retirement. That window is like right there, and he a lost away. If he lose to Bivol, he could retire. And at the end of the day, Benavidez hasn't really did nothing to just like really make that fight. He ain't like he's not that he ain't that sexy opponent yet. You know what I mean? Like he good, he is, hardcore's want it, but he's high risk, low reward. He's not sexy. He ain't got the reward for Canelo. Like, if I'm just keeping it a buck like that, he, he probably like a big scalp away. Maybe he beat Durrell. Maybe he beat Andrade for
But
sure. He beat
wait, you talking
Andrade for
about?
sure.
I'm sorry, you talking about David Benavidez? He's not that
Yeah.
big yet. I'm gonna
Nah.
be honest, bro. A lot of my casual friends, they know David Benavidez, dog. Like when I'm at the Gold's Gym and they know I know boxing, they'll ask me about David, bro. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
I'm in a
like
barber
that. That
shop.
would be a
Yeah,
pretty
bro,
big fight,
David.
bro. I'm not gonna lie to
I'm in
you.
a barber shop. I ain't never heard a nigga come in that bitch and talk about David Benavidez
Well,
on
I'm more
everything.
in the Mexican community. That's probably why. But in the
Yeah.
Mexican
David,
community,
I'm
that's
in
a big
San
fight, bro.
Antonio. I'm in San Antonio.
A lot
That's
of
Little
people seen
Mexico.
Caleb. A lot of people seen Caleb playing versus David Benavidez, bro.
Go ahead,
And a
Bo.
lot of people was watching it from the
100,000, yeah.
promotion, bro.
100,000,
100,000, bro.
But this is
100,000.
the problem.
And they
This
had
is
a
the
lot of people. They had a lot of people in the press conference. A lot of people seen the what they call it whenever they do the behind the scenes and stuff like that during the training camp. A lot of people seen them videos, bro. There was a lot of people at that
A
fight.
lot of BBLs, bro.
People know
So to say that,
People know
so to say,
Benavidez from
so to say
Mike
that,
Tyson,
so to
bro.
say that
From Mike
Benavidez not.
Tyson interviewing him.
So to not say that
Yeah,
Benavidez not
fact.
putting pressure on Canelo to fight him is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, a
but
lot of
this is the
BBLs, bro.
problem. This is going to be the
David
problem with it
Benavidez is the
all.
biggest
Hold
star
on,
in that
hold on,
weight
Mike, son,
division,
let him
bro.
finish.
My
David
bad.
Benavidez is the biggest star in that weight class. He the most named fighter that Canelo could fight at this time right now. Nobody else.
Facts. In and around the weight class, David Benavidez will be the biggest fight.
Yeah. From 168 to 175.
But the problem, the problem is it seems like, you know what I'm saying, that David Benavidez is getting ordered to fight David Morrell. From what I've heard so far, David Morrell, he's ready. He's accepting the fight.
Bro, I
Ready
want to see that fight. I
do
see that
too.
fight.
But my problem, Haplo, is
I
I
want to see that.
think Morrell beats the shit out of David Benavidez. That's just me.
Yep.
I could be
I,
wrong about that.
I
totally agree with
agree.
you, bro.
What makes it intriguing is Morrell being so green, only having 9 fights, but people don't look at the amateur background. I honestly think Morrell, just looking at him style wise, I think Morrell would beat Benavidez. Benavidez straight up and down. He's straight up and
Benavidez
down.
is not that much more. Benavidez is not that much more experienced, man. That's why I think David Morrell does beat the shit out of Benavidez.
And I don't think it's going to be a close fight, bro. Like I'm gonna tell you, I just don't think it's going to be a close fight because the footwork that Morrell comes with, the power that he comes with, Benavidez and the defense that he comes with. He comes from that Cuban style. Benavidez can overwhelm you. You know what I'm saying? But he got to be able to kind of cut the ring up, man. And then, man, nah. I just think that
If it had not been for the Lord, I wouldn't have had another bitch come into my life. Not another. Nobody said that now.
Nobody say that now. Another.
Yeah, I don't think Benavidez should. I don't think he will take that fight, bro. I hope he really pushes for that Canelo fight, man.
No,
I
I'm
believe I believe Benavidez will take the fight. It's just as far as Benavidez, the reason why I think he ran is the reasons y'all said before. But again, bro, his dad is not a good trainer at all. I don't. His dad don't help him. His dad don't help him
Yeah,
to
I
win
agree with
no
you, bro.
fight, bro. You're not that good, bro.
but we're gonna
And then
see
and then
because
the fact, Dub, and then the fact that his dad ain't never laced them shits up and fought before. None of like hell no, nigga.
You
Fuck.
you got you got
Bro,
the
but
Tito
look at
dad.
Calzaghe's dad. I mean, he was a fucking musician, and he fucking he got a champ that possibly the best, super middleweight of all time.
Hell
But
no.
But
Calzaghe,
Calzaghe
was
got
straight
it in the
garbage, bro.
gym.
The most overrated fighter of all time. He
garbage,
was
Oh
trash.
nah, you tripping, bro.
Garbage.
bro. You're
Garbage.
tripping.
no,
You're tripping.
Nah, he
Calzaghe,
wasn't
but
Match
garbage,
him
but
up.
Calzaghe
he
can
Match
fight, bro.
Calzaghe up with
He can fight,
any
bro. Like, no, he
168
not
pounder
trash.
that came ran through the
Let
division
me
right
this
after,
up, right
bro.
side.
He getting knocked out, bro. Benavidez would knock that nigga. Wait, my bad. David Benavidez will knock out Joe Calzaghe.
Oh
Man,
fuck
Andre
no.
Ward,
hell
Andre,
nah, bro.
Andre
Hell
Ward,
nah, bro.
Andre Ward putting
nah,
Calzaghe to sleep, bro. Andre
nah.
Ward
Fuck
putting
Kawasaki
nah,
would beat
Calzaghe
bro.
to sleep.
Benavidez, bro.
Hell no.
He a
Benavidez will
beat,
not be able.
bro.
Based off
He a
What
volume,
beat
what
ass,
what
bro.
what has Benavidez done in his career at super middleweight that's even close to
it's
Calzaghe,
not about the
who touched
accomplishments.
all four belts, beat
It's
Hall of Famers? Like,
well past their prime.
I don't think
Well past
Kawasaki
their
is the
prime.
greatest 68 pounder, but I think he
He
he's
outboxes
top
up
three.
there
Benavidez,
though.
man.
He's
He
top
top three.
three.
He's up there definitely, yeah.
Top
But
three.
Benavidez can't even cut off the ring yet.
No,
Bro,
I've seen
Bro,
Benavidez
Calzaghe, that's not
Benavidez,
even
I have
Calzaghe's
seen him cut
style.
the ring
You
off.
won't even have to cut off the
bro,
ring to fight a Calzaghe.
bro.
We
Nah,
talk,
Kawasaki can move out the way.
Benavidez can't
Calzaghe's
throw a
not that.
right hand without his fucking back foot
Calzaghe
coming off
stays
the
to come
ground.
at you and throw a lot of punches. Like Benavidez cutting off the ring will never come into question
He'll
during
probably
the
knock
fight.
him down in the first round, but then he'll whip his ass the rest of the fight.
We gotta. I mean, Benavidez is also a volume puncher, just like Joe Calzaghe, and he's punching harder than Calzaghe.
Calzaghe was way
Fundamental.
faster. He had better fundamentals and better footwork,
What he got dropped in all of his fights that he stepped up, and his fundamentals are not that good
and he still won all of them.
against past they well past their prime fighters.
Was Kessler past his prime? That was a
Kessler's not that-
unification bout.
Bro, that's not
Was
saying
Jeff
much.
Lacey past his prime?
Was Eubank past his prime?
Yes.
He was?
Was
I don't know.
Yeah, you
I
better
don't
not
know.
past his prime. But I mean,
Maybe slightly, but he wasn't that
bro.
old,
Nobody
bro.
even mentioned Kessler or Osakio Bika. We talk about Roy Jones Jr.
Well, you know, Jeff Lacey.
Well, I mean, Kessler had a better career, but Kessler had a better career at super middleweight than Benavidez.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Kessler
talk about
was
accomplishments, but whenever you get inside that ring, those accomplishments, they're not gonna win you that fight. And I think if Calzaghe was to sit there and go fight Benavidez, he'd get his ass knocked out.
I think it's way too early.
I agree. Accomplishments don't win you fights.
No,
accomplishments
not at all.
don't win you fights, but he won 46 fights. So,
bro, Calzaghe with two good hands will beat the shit out of David Benavidez, bro.
Nah, bro.
Real talk.
60% of Calzaghe's I'll probably say 70 to 80% of Calzaghe's record is against domestic level competition.
Bro, the Bernard
He came out
Hopkins
of America. He came out of UK at the very end of his career.
what did he do to Jeff Lacey? Jeff Lacey was the hottest guy in boxing.
Old fighters that had already fought each
He
other.
beat the shit out of young prime Jeff Lacey and ended his career.
Hold on, bro. Bernard Hopkins, the Bernard Hopkins that Kawasaki beat would be Benavidez.
And some people feel like Bernard Hopkins, but Bernard Hopkins is all time great. And some people think Bernard Hopkins beat Calzaghe. He was past his prime.
It was a close ass fight, bro. It's honestly painful to watch.
Bernard Hopkins,
Bernard
Hopkins is is a ATG, bro.
That's an all time great though. We like You got Bernard, bro. Sakio Beak and Jeff Lacey, they good fighters, but they not all time greats.
Bro, I'm gonna have
B-Hop
to
is
keep it
all
a
time
bean
great.
on
So
this,
yeah,
bro.
of course B-Hop would beat David Benavidez, bro. That's not
No,
like
no, no.
big
But I'm
12
saying,
passes.
the B-Hob that he fought that night would be
Listen.
Benavidez.
Mikhail Kessler was an undefeated unified champion, bro, who went on to have a lot of great fights at super middleweight after losing to Kazagi. And Kazagi was the old man in that fight. You're saying he fought old men. Kazagi was an old dude when he fought Kessler, bro. He fought B-Hop, who is a legend, bro. I mean, I know that fight could have
What
gone
past
either
his
way,
prime?
but
What past his prime?
who
Arguably
B-Hop? Yeah,
lost.
I mean,
They were both
but
past
numbers
their
was
primes.
Lacey was the
B-Hop.
hottest thing in boxing when Calzaghe beat him.
Bro, B-Hop just
And
beat the
on
fuck
top,
out of Tony Bro. What are you talking about?
I
You know,
think
Hopkins just beat the dog shit
B-Hop beat the shit out of
Antonio
what's his name after that fight?
Antonio
The dude that beat
Pavlik.
the white dude. Yeah, he beat Pavlik. He beat the shit out of Pavlik
Bro,
after that fight.
Pavlik, man, come on, bro. Pavlik is like
Bro, you
trash.
He
can't
beat
tell me.
Babe.
Hold on, hold on.
He unified. He unified three titles. He unified three titles after that.
you tripping right
Yeah,
now.
hold on.
He unified three titles after fucking Calzaghe.
What we doing?
Bro, that is
Bro.
cap.
Then he beat
Bro, he-
Pascal.
It seems as though we have a debate going on here.
Bro,
Yeah,
Kelly
then he
Pavlik
beat
would get
Pascal.
knocked out by an old ass Triple G right now. You take a
Bro,
prime
I
Kelly
get it.
Pavlik, you put him in
Kazagi
there
have
with
the
old ass
greatest
Triple G,
resume,
he
but-
get knocked out. Come on, bro.
Bro, I get it. Kazagi didn't have the greatest resume. I think he's a Hall of Famer for sure, but you can't be mentioning Benavidez, though. I think that's the main problem, the
I mean,
issue
look,
we're
you
having
can
here.
slide
Yeah,
Kelly
yeah,
You're
Pavlik.
criticizing
You can put
Kazagi's
this.
resume.
The
I
main
mean,
problem is Benavidez.
You can put
Benavidez went life and death with Ronald Graville. Ronald Graville, like a Polish plumber. Like, I'm not even joking. That dude literally fixed my busted toilet a week before he fought Benavidez, bro. Like, come on. And his best win is what? Canelo's knockout victim. And he didn't really do much in that fight. He looked like a mug in the first 6 rounds. And okay, Plant gassed. He beat the shit out of him. And then he lost the final round, bro. I mean, what is this claim to fame that Benavidez has?
I mean, if we
The
being honest,
cruiserweight, bro,
those
let's
guys
be
that you beat, that Calzaghe had beat, they not much better than the guys that Canelo
They
fought.
shit all over
before the
Benavidez' legacy times 10, bro.
Yeah,
How many Hall
I
of
mean
Famers? does
Benavidez's best win is
Bro,
Plant,
you ain't
bro.
even let them talk.
What are you
You talking
talking
about what
about?
happened in the ring? Like,
His
bro,
his
and
best
if
win
Plant
is
had a-
Plant.
a lot of them,
If Plant
bro,
had
some
a
of
gas
them guys
tank,
that you
he'd be
think
done.
that you said Calzaghe had beat, you could put him in there with Benavidez. Benavidez
Bro,
would probably
no,
beat him, bro.
no. Maybe you
Bro,
weren't
Mikhail
around.
Kessler was
Maybe
one
you
of
weren't
the
around
knockout
for it.
winners.
A lot of them
It's
was past
okay.
their
I
prime.
mean, you're welcome to your opinion, but Calzaghe was a very good fighter, bro. I
But
mean,
no,
And
Mikhail
Bro,
Kessler,
he was a decent fighter with good management, with
bro,
all time great level
he was an
management.
excellent fighter. He was
bro,
an
I
excellent
got,
fighter.
bro, hey, bro,
He was
hey,
a
bro,
decent
I
fighter
got,
with great management, bro. Stop this.
He was
hey,
talking. You're talking about one of the at least top 3 super middleweight, at least.
hey,
Hell
bro,
no.
If not number one.
No.
If not number one.
Number one, Canelo's better. Andre Ward is
Andre
better.
Ward.
Oh shit,
Roy Jones
Canelo's
Jr. is
better. You can argue Ward.
James
You can
Sterling is
argue
better.
Roy Jones, but after those
It's not a
two,
debate.
What about
after those two,
It's not a debate.
no, there's no
It's
one
not a
else.
debate.
Bro,
Calzaghe, to me,
Andre Ward is
bro.
the best. Andre Ward. Hold on. Wait a minute.
A super middleweight Thomas Hearns would knock Joe Calzaghe out, bro. He's
Oh,
trash. He's not that good.
nigga, it's Thomas Hearns. But I tell you this, bro.
Hitman
I got Jeff Lacey. I got Jeff Lacey beating the shit out of David Benavidez, and I got that nigga, and I got him. And if him and Kelly Pavlik would have ever fought, that fight could go either way.
Kelly
Real
Pavlik
talk.
was
Bro, if
a
you're
beast,
going
bro.
50-50
probably
with Kelly
beat that nigga.
Pavlik, bro, you're trash. You're not that good.
No, with Benavidez.
Oh, no.
Bro, Mikhail
I think
Kessler.
Hold on, what are you? What are you?
I
Are
think
you
Kelly,
trying? Hold
I
on. Are
think
you
Kelly
trying to?
Pavlik would lose,
Are
bro.
you trying to discredit?
I think Kelly Pavlik would lose. I don't
I think
think
you
To
overhyping
Benavidez.
Bo. I think you put a
Kessler would beat
little
the
bit
shit
too much
out of
stock into
Benavidez.
Benavidez, bro.
Bro,
I'm not
Kessler
putting a
would
lot
beat
of
the
stock in
dog shit out of
Benavidez. I'm just
Benavidez.
saying that
I'm
Kelly
telling you,
Pavlik is not that good.
Mikhail Kessler would
He'll go
stop
tooth
David
and nail
Benavidez,
with him.
bro.
I don't think we go tooth and nail with him either, bro.
Shit.
All right, look, bro. What we're saying
Kelly
is you're
Pavlik
trying
had
to
a
make
better
it
gas tank than Caleb Plant. So
Yeah.
off that alone, bro, that nigga.
We damn near seen Kelly Pavlik, bro. His name was what's the guy that fought Triple G and got knocked out, got blasted? What's that dude name, bro?
Lemieux?
David Lemieux, man. That's Kelly Pavlik, bro.
Oh fuck no,
Kelly
bro.
Pavlik is
What
Kelly
are you
Pavlik,
talking
bro.
about?
David
Tripping, bro. Hell
Kelly
nah.
Pavlik, bro.
David
Kelly
Lee's
Pavlik
trash,
beat
bro.
Jermaine.
That's
Bro,
Kelly
come on.
Pavlik.
Bro, he beat
bro.
who's that?
I don't know. You
But,
you just don't like Pavlik, I guess. That's all right.
Drake? Drake? The nigga that got bodied by Pusha T?
Kelly Pavlik's claim to fame is beating the overrated Jermaine Taylor, who's also
Jermaine Taylor would beat the shit out of Benavidez. Facts.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't
Man,
know.
come on, dog.
What is it about Benavidez?
Benavidez?
What is it about Benavidez that makes you think he's so good, bro?
He got fast
No,
hands and he
it's
know
not. No,
Pacquiao.
it's not about Benavidez being that good. It's just about that middleweight division not being that impressive.
It's
That's
super
what it is.
middleweight.
That's
It's
super
super
middleweight
middleweight.
division not being that impressive. It's not about
So
Benavidez being this
Benavidez
monster.
is impressive.
It's just about
No, I'm saying
that
Benavidez,
super middleweight
his
division in
legacy is
particular.
impressive.
It's not that impressive. It's not that good.
Bro,
The
David
fighters from
Benavidez
that era-
hasn't been impressive.
The fighters from that
Against
era
Ronald
are very
Graville,
beatable.
okay, the plan. Bro, I'm telling you, Mikhail Kessler would not struggle with fucking Ronald Graville, bro, at any point. Neither would Joe Kazagi, neither would an older
Man,
Bernard Hopkins.
David
neither
Morrell,
would
David
Jermaine
Morrell
Taylor.
wouldn't struggle with him. David Morrell wouldn't. What are we talking about right now?
David
From
Morrell
Lemby
only
Morrell,
got 8
bro.
We're talking about
bro,
we're
the
talking
guy,
about
bro, the
great
guy
fighter.
David Morrell just
Hold
knocked
on,
out was like
I got
45 years
you.
old, bro.
What's up, TT Lisa?
Hold on, you say he's 25 years old? How
No,
old
no,
is
no. The
David?
guy, no. The guy that David Morrell just knocked out was like 45 years old, bro.
And he got him out of there in the
He
first
ain't been
round,
matched
And
up.
why
like
did
he
it
was
happen?
supposed
He
And
to,
why
ain't
did
really
it
been
happen?
matched up with no competent
like he
guys
was
yet.
supposed to. That's what you do with a guy like
It's an
that.
impressive
And why did
knockout,
that
but
happen? Why
it's
did
an
that happen?
impressive
Because
knockout, but it's like we don't really know where to really rate him right now.
I don't know where to rate Benavidez, bro.
I mean, Benavidez is pretty much blasting everybody out that they put in front of him.
Man, bro.
Oh man.
It ain't
Bro,
like how
he just
you
went
think
he just went 12 with fucking Caleb Plant.
Caleb
come on,
Plant.
bro.
Well, we got to remember, number one, that was a 22-foot ring. It was a big ring, and Caleb Plant was in there to survive at the end, bro. If that
Bro,
was
maybe
if
a
that was like a
Canelo
if that was
fight,
like bro, if that was if that was an 18-foot ring, the same ring that Canelo fought in last night against John Ryder, Caleb Plant gets knocked out.
Bro, a lot of them dudes,
He
David
was only able to
Benavidez.
survive like that because that ring was as big as it was.
Bro,
If it was a normal size ring, he would have got knocked out.
A lot of them dudes David Benavidez fighting is coming up from 54, 60. You know, we gotta be honest about it. So
And he's draining himself to be a weight bully. David Benavidez belongs at a different division.
No such thing as a weight bully.
No, he is a weight bully. He lost his fucking titles on the scale. What are you talking about?
No such thing as a weight bully. Doesn't exist.
I mean,
No, there is.
I mean,
And the definition of weight bully is David Benavidez.
Not a weight bully.
I think I don't really care about the weight bully shit, but this how I look at David Benavidez. If David Benavidez, to me, really, I got to see his whole career, but just looking at him, he got to be a champion 175 and possibly cruiserweight. I'm gonna keep it a bean. He young, he in this shit. After shit, and nobody really think highly about Jack like that. Underachiever, and he was a champion at 168, 175, and he a cruiserweight champion. So if I'm looking at Benavidez, I want to see at least that, you know, and with some good names on there.
We talking about the super middleweight fight right now. We ain't talking about.
I'm telling you right now, Body Jack.
Bro, he ain't that.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about 168 right now.
He ain't that.
That's irrelevant.
Bro, but we already saying this division
right now
ain't shit
is the
though.
second best guy at 168.
Bro,
right now.
And that's and if
right.
we keeping it above
behind David Morrell, he the second best behind David Morrell.
And if we
David Morrell, bro, you sound crazy. That's retarded. Canelo the best guy. Canelo's the best guy at 168. Then it's David Benavidez, and then it's everybody else. David Morrell, you can put him at number 3, but no, stop.
Bro, like we were just talking about, bro. That division ain't shit, bro. Okay, you the best in a division that ain't shit, and you ain't even.
Canelo knocked out all the guys, bro. They retired.
Canelo
knocked all the guys out.
Canelo undisputed. David Benavidez ain't cleaned that shit out yet. We can name 3 motherfuckers right now that he needs to fight.
They not fighting. Okay. Think
outside of Canelo.
Think about what you finna say. All right. Think about it. Okay. You got
But you're giving Benavidez credit for something Canelo did, though.
Billy Joe Saunders got knocked out by Canelo. He's no longer fighting, bro. He can't fight him. Can't fight him.
Bro,
You
what
fight a
was he
guy with
doing
that
That
before
had
much
to do with
Canelo
David
got there?
Benavidez.
What
What
was
does
he
that have to
doing
do with?
before Canelo got there? He had a title. He lost it on the fucking
two-time world
scale.
champion. Two-time world
He
champion.
could. He did. He fucking unify? Has he ever unified?
He ain't unified with that
He,
one boy
he's
because
never
that
fucking
bullshit ass
unified
promoter
shit.
he had.
But he fought the IBF champion in Caleb Plant.
And he
Caleb
should
Plant
have fought him when
exposed
he
him as
had that strap, bro. Real talk.
But
Bro,
he fought the
Samson
IBF
Lukowicz
champion
didn't
in
want the
Caleb
fight.
Plant though.
Listen, bro, hold on,
That was the guy
hold
they
on.
would have wanted him to unify
Let me
with,
put some
right?
receipts out there.
Before
Bro,
Canelo
let me
would
put
move
some
up,
receipts out
they
there.
wanted him to fight
The
Caleb
reason
Plant.
why Canelo fought Caleb Plant is because Benavidez turned the fight down twice with Caleb Plant when Plant was a champion. Caleb Plant exposed this dude on Instagram, bro. He put out his manager's message saying they don't want the fight. That Benavidez is still a baby. Well, no, it's not Canelo's fault that Benavidez didn't want to step up, bro. Canelo came in there, he cleaned house. You're trying to give Benavidez credit for wins that Canelo, like, come on, bro.
Well, look. That first of all, them ducktails, that's irrelevant because they fought and David Benavidez beat Caleb Plant, bro. So that's irrelevant. That whole, I mean, I don't even know if that's true. You could be lying, but that claim is irrelevant.
Nah, that's
they already
facts.
fought. They already
That's
fought
facts.
and he beat them. But it doesn't matter. They fought and David Benavidez beat Caleb Plant, bro. So, I mean, what was he winning from? He almost got knocked out several times.
He could have been
In a
a
big ring.
unified champion.
In a big ring. So
What's better, beating up Caleb Plant? Beating up Caleb. What's better? What's better? What's better? Beating up Caleb Plant after he got knocked out by Canelo, or unifying with Caleb Plant while he an undefeated champion?
The same thing would have happened regardless.
Yeah.
The same thing would happen regardless. When you go back and you watch Caleb Plant win his world title, he gassed out in the second half of the fight and almost got knocked out, bro.
Bro, 2 years ago, Benavidez wasn't as good as he is now, though.
No. Fuck off. When he was undefeated, when he was an undefeated fighter, he had the same type of issues, which is gassing out, being a front runner, and he was almost knocked out when he won his title. So,
bro,
regardless of the time,
and what was Benavidez doing at the time? Benavidez was on his ass against pillow fist dudes like Ronald Graville, bro. And I'll be honest, I don't think he won the first fight. So you got to put everything. See, you're putting Caleb Plant's career in context, right?
But he came back.
You're not doing the same thing to Benavidez, though.
Devin Haney for getting rocked by fucking Jorge Linares, bro. It's irrelevant.
Here's the difference, though.
Bro,
Devin Haney had to go out and win the fight.
Why are we talking about Devin? What the hell just happened?
Because you criticize
win
something that a fighter did, basically when they was young or on the come up, and at this point in their career, they way past that.
But listen to me, bro. You're contradicting yourself. You just said he was young and learning. So how do we know a young Benavidez would have beaten undefeated Caleb Plant 2 years ago? We don't know that. We know he looked like garbage against fucking Ronald Graville. And we know his manager was running around telling everyone Benavidez isn't ready. So you're kind of contradicting your argument.
We got to look at the pace of the fight.
Thank you, but I prefer it my way.
You got to look at the pace of the fight.
Samson did say
you gotta look at the pace of the fight. Whenever Caleb Plant was fighting, what's his name? The boogeyman, he was beating him up in the early rounds, right? Then he got tired, almost got knocked out. When he fought Canelo, he was beating him in the early rounds, got gassed, got knocked out. When he was fighting Benavidez, he went in the early rounds, got gassed, and he got knocked out, bro. And number one,
no, he did.
And also, yes, he
Canelo got a better IQ, better counter puncher. You know what I'm saying?
And Canelo's a pressure fighter, just like David Benavidez. Caleb Plant can't fight pressure fighters, bro. Every time he fight a pressure fighter, you forcing Caleb Plant to work, bro. And he not able to do what he usually do. He gets mentally pressured, he gasses out, and he gets knocked out every time. So
Benavidez did knock him out.
The same problem that Caleb Plant had against Canelo, he was gonna have similar problems against Benavidez.
Why did he win the final round then? Why did Caleb Plant come back? And a lot of people thought he won the final round though. So how does that make sense? So 2 years ago when Benavidez was less inexperienced, how would he have done better?
A lot of people think that Caleb Plant got destroyed inside that Benavidez fight.
All right, bro. Well, look, he's not a unified champion, bro. He's a contender. That's all Benavidez is, right? And he could have been a unified champion, like Q said, but he didn't want to. So I don't get what you're saying.
He just fought the IBF champion.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Caleb Plant was the ex-IBF champion. He fought another champion.
No, bro. But this is the problem, though.
Champion, though, bro. When they go down his record, they can be like, okay, he former champion Caleb Plant.
Listen, if
IBF.
you had two belts,
bro,
so
you
here's the
keep
problem.
saying two different things, bro. You saying he fought a champion, then you would say ex-champion, then you say he fought a champion, then you be like, oh, former
You said you
champion.
want him to
Like, bro, he's
unify,
not
right?
a
At
champ.
that time, they wanted
That
David
nigga wasn't no
Benavidez to
champ when he
unify.
fought, dude.
At that time, they wanted David Benavidez to unify with Caleb Plant, right? He didn't get
Yeah.
around to fighting Caleb Plant, but he
Because he
just
didn't want
fought him. That's the guy they always wanted David Benavidez
Or
to fight, right?
Sanders, or Callum Smith, or anybody.
Callum Smith don't fight, bro. You're not fighting no more. He's not active.
Bro, when
Yes, he is. He's at
Benavidez was the
175.
champion, these were the other
He moved up,
champions.
exactly.
Before Canelo got
He
there,
moved up. He can't
he
fight.
didn't do shit.
Can't
He
fight.
lost his belt on the scale. That was it. That's what he did.
Billy Joe Saunders, bro. He ain't recovered from that Canelo loss, obviously. So he's done.
Bro, I'm talking about before Canelo came into the division. Benavidez was already there.
Right now, we gotta talk about the current landscape.
Security.
Listen, bro, the problem with you is I think you're a bit of a fanboy. So when we bring up examples of Benavidez could be a unified champion, you tell us not to talk about the past, right? But you want to make excuses
First time I said that, though.
in the future for him not being a champion now. Listen, here's the problem, bro. He's not a champion. He's not a unified champion. He's just a good contender, bro. I mean, he could have been these things. He chose not.
I mean, did I say he was? I never said he was a world champion though.
Okay,
I never
but he
said
could have been.
Benavidez
Though, right?
was a unified champion. I never said that.
No, but he could have been though. That's the problem. But he's not. So we can only rate him for what he's actually done.
I mean,
bro.
he could fight Canelo.
He might.
He could also fight Morrell.
He
could also fight Morrell.
Man, or he can fight Demetrius.
You gonna knock Demetrius out, bro? Like, what's wrong with you?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. We'll see.
Demetrius trash. What? Like, come on.
He could beat him.
Are you shit?
Demetrius?
No, he can't. No, he can't. Demetrius not beating nobody. He not beating nobody, bro.
That shit could go either way.
He can't.
Oh,
I mean, that's a decent win. Everybody think Demetrius garbage, anyways, bro. Ain't nobody checking for no.
I don't care what somebody else think. I watch boxing.
And he was just a fighter. He would knock him out, bro. Canelo would knock him out. Morrell would knock out Demetrius Andrade. John Ryder would.
Listen, I don't know, bro. Listen to me, bro. I don't know if it can beat Demetrius Andrade, but Demetrius Andrade would be his legacy signature win. You're saying he's garbage. You're saying all this, but literally, I'm not even trolling you.
He
Demetrius
did more than
Andrade.
Caleb Plant.
Yeah.
Nah, Andrade can't beat Caleb Plant.
You like that win? No, I said Demetrius did more than Caleb Plant. When we talk about boxing, he a two-time champion. You were just talking about him being
you
ex-IBF champion.
You know, look. I'll tell you why that resume shit don't mean anything.
No, I'm not talking about resume.
No,
I'm not talking about a resume.
Talking about his accomplishments.
I'm not talking about resume.
Talking about
his
accomplishments, bro. They don't mean
anything. You were just talking about that.
They don't mean shit in the ring.
You just called Caleb Plant a champion. He ain't even a champion, bro.
What accomplishments are you talking about, bro? That I'm contradicting.
No, you was just talking about Caleb Plant being a champion, bro. Demetrius Andrade has been a champion at 54 and 60. Yeah, if he fight him, because Canelo not fighting dude Nate. Canelo fighting Bivol. That's who he want. So in the meantime, in between time, he can fight Andrade since he the best. Shit. Because Andrade should have been a one-fight rider anyway.
Hey, man, but he pulled out that fight because he's trash. He's not that good.
Listen, bro.
He's overrated.
What I'm asking
David Benavidez needs to show us he trash.
Bro,
what I'm asking you is you name me a fighter on Benavidez' resume that's an undefeated two-division champion, ex-Olympian. His best win is Caleb Plant, right? A guy Canelo beat the fuck out of and knocked out, almost cold, 2 fights back, right? I don't even know if Caleb Plant is mentally all the way back, right? Because it takes a while for you to come back after a knockout defeat, right? I don't even know if that's the best version of Caleb Plant, right? And I'll be honest, I mean, bro, he was schooling Benavidez in the first quarter of the fight. He gassed out. Benavidez, look, he finished strong, man. I give him credit. But most people thought he lost the final round. And how can you say Andrade is trash? This
he gassed out
in
all of his fights. He gassed out in all of his fights, Jim.
Who does?
Caleb Plant. He's a front runner.
Okay. I'm talking about Demetrius Andrade. Listen, that's a good fight. He could fight Morrell. He could fight Andrade. I mean, I'm not sure if Charlo will ever. I mean, he's kind of
waiting around for Canelo is not a good business, bro. That's why Demetrius Andrade's legacy is trash and fucking Charlo.
Man,
Well,
facts.
Demetrius, look. Let
Facts,
me
Hap.
Let me break down
And
something for
his
you.
shit gonna be trash if he do the
Let me
same
tell you
shit.
something that you might not understand, you might not be able to, fathom. But whenever you bring up Demetrius Andrade, talking about resumes and shit, that shit don't matter. It doesn't matter at all because you know why? You line up those same people that Demetrius Andrade beat to become a 2-time fucking world champion. David Benavidez would beat all those guys.
No, he
Caleb
couldn't because
Plant,
he couldn't fight at those divisions, bro.
Now that's how you supposed to drive. From now on, that's how you drive.
That shit don't mean anything.
He
Caleb Plant would
couldn't
beat
have
all
fought
those
at those
guys.
divisions, bro.
Canelo would beat all those guys, bro. It
He
don't
could
fucking
barely
matter.
make
Bro, we're not talking
68.
about Canelo though. We're talking about David Benavidez. Why do you keep linking
Benavidez
Canelo and
would
Benavidez together?
beat all those guys,
Look,
bro.
Bro,
Bring him
we're
up to
not even
168,
talking
knock him
about
out.
them.
Bring him up to
We not,
168, knock him out. Caleb Plant,
bro,
Caleb
bro,
Plant, weight during the suit. Caleb Plant, weight during the middleweight, beat those guys, knock him out, bro. Come on, bro.
bro.
This
We
shit
not even.
it don't mean
Hold
nothing,
up,
bro. It don't mean nothing, bro. When you inside that ring,
What does Ronald
shit,
Ellis mean?
it don't matter.
What does Ronald Ellis mean? What does Ronald Graville mean? Because you're saying these guys don't mean who the
You're not
fuck is
really
Ronald
saying
Graville?
that, bro. You just bring it
Who
up
the
a
fuck
guy.
is
You
Ronald
just bring
Ellis?
it up a tough fight that he had, bro. You're not disputing anything that I'm saying, though. You're not just that I'm saying.
He's saying
Tough
he
fight.
struggled with a mediocre guy. That's what he's saying.
Demetrius Andrade got dropped in his last fight against a bum, bro. Twice.
And so did what are we
In his
talking
last
about?
fight.
This
In
is
his
this is
last
this is
fight.
the problem
In
right
his
here.
last fight. In his
This is the
prime.
thing right here. Hey,
that nigga didn't get dropped twice in that fight. What you
bro,
talking about?
hold on, bro.
Come
Hold on.
on, bro.
I like
Nah, random
Benavidez,
guy.
bro. I like Benavidez. I like him as a fighter. I ain't got no problem with him. My thing, bro, you putting a little too much extra sauce on the brother when we didn't see him in trouble the same way we didn't see other fighters in trouble. The thing is, what we saying at that current moment in time.
Wait, hold. See, I've got something funny to
Not in
say.
that type of trouble, right? Not in
Benavidez,
that
right?
type of
You
trouble.
know
Not
what's
where he
even
getting
funny
dropped.
though?
This
Benavidez didn't lose his belt in the ring. Do you know what he did though? Benavidez lost his belt twice though. The first time he lost it to a bag of cocaine, and the second time he lost it to a bag of jelly donuts. So what the fuck are we talking about, bro? David Benavidez is a fat boy who kills himself to make 68 to fight smaller dudes, bro. And the guy's not even that fucking good. He's flat-footed. His defense is garbage, right? He's got good hand speed, right? Is he a good puncher? Well, it takes him a million punches, bro. Caleb Plant was gassed out and ready to go, right? But he couldn't get rid of him. Canelo, a guy coming up from a smaller weight division, threw less power punches, but blasted out Caleb Plant. A fucking cruiserweight, and Benavidez couldn't do it, bro. Because the guy's not that fucking good, bro.
He could because his footwork trash, bro. Man, oh, that's the bad thing about Benavidez, bro.
No.
Hold on, no, hold up.
I give you.
No, hold up. Let me finish. Hold up. Let me finish, bro. Canelo, his footwork ain't really crazy on defense, but offensively, he got good footwork. David Benavidez's footwork is trash defensively and offensively. He come off his feet when he throw punches, doing all that dumb shit, squaring up, and on defense he don't move. He sit right there, head movement, not that, but he do got good hand speed. You know what I mean? Cutting off the ring, not really, bro. He followed Caleb Plant for six rounds until he gassed out, bro.
Caleb Plant gas out in all his fights. It's like it was like, bro, Caleb Plant getting beat up and getting knocked out eventually by a pressure fighter. It was always gonna happen, bro. It was ordained. It's just his.
Bro, you know
those type of guys. Those type of guys. Only reason that didn't happen is because
it happened. It happened against Canelo where he got knocked out.
That's because the ring was smaller, dude. If the ring was smaller, Caleb Plant would have got knocked out.
What does that got to do with it, bro?
The ring, bro, you got more space to survive, duh.
Honestly, you're going. Listen. Benavidez is all right. Benavidez is all right, but he's got a lot more to prove. And honestly, bro, you're talking about Canelo. You're talking. Hold on. You're talking about Canelo, a guy who's really like started at 147. He's kind of maxed out at 168. When David Benavidez is maxed out, he's going to be a heavyweight, bro. So, I mean, he's a weight bully, period.
No such thing as a weight bully, bro.
Yeah, I don't
What
believe
was
Stop
Q?
saying that.
What was
No
Q
such
saying?
thing as a weight bully. If you can make
No,
the
Q.
weight,
What was
if
Q
you
saying,
make the
bro?
weight,
you
you make the
belong at
weight.
the division.
But
Bro.
he can't make the weight. He can't make it. He failed twice
No, Q.
already, bro.
But
No,
no, he fell.
He really fell once,
Yeah, I was
but
gonna
he's
say he
still
fell
fighting at the
once.
weight
No,
class right
no,
now.
he
So
failed
he
twice.
can
He
obviously
was
make the
doing
weight.
coke, trying to fucking slim down, and then he couldn't do coke anymore, so he got fucking
Oh,
lost his belt on the scale.
okay. So, Happily, you telling
But
me
he's in
that
title contention right
hold
now.
on, real quick. You telling me that the
He's
coke
in title contention.
it was a PED. It wasn't a recreational use. It was PED
A
use
masking
going
agent.
on there.
They took
Yeah,
my
they said
masking
he
agent.
used cocaine to lose weight, man. Come
To
on.
slim down, bro.
No,
Yeah.
That's
but
ridiculous.
if you do like that, respectfully,
See what
you
the
should
fucked
not
up
get
part is?
That nigga
This
said
is the fucked up
respectfully.
part.
slammed in a motherfucker, bro. Like,
You guys want to know something fucked up? When I was watching the fight, I was watching Twitter. There was actually a hashtag that gained a lot of speed. You know, he's called the Mexican Monster. There was a hashtag on Twitter going the Mexican Mummy. Because that's what he looked like, bro. Literally a fucking mummy, bro. Plodding forward,
He's
stiff as a
straight up and
board.
down. Straight up and
Yeah.
down.
Unless Canelo's declined, bro, seriously, between the
He
injuries and the
did.
mileage, which he might not be at this stage.
Nah,
If this was the
he's
Canelo
fine
that
enough.
I
fought,
think Bo is
bro,
rating him off potential. What if he
bro,
goes
if this
and
was
beats
the Canelo
Canelo?
that fought Callum Smith,
Canelo
I'm
looked
telling you,
vulnerable
bro.
in his last fight. What if he goes and beats
Bro,
Canelo, and then he goes up and beats Bivol and revisit this conversation? Would y'all say the
He
same
ain't
thing?
yeah.
beating Bivol. He not beating Bivol, and we
Oh my
all
God,
know
he's not
that
being
shit.
people, bro.
He
We
shared the
all know
ring with
that
him.
shit.
I don't know.
We all know he ain't beating Bivol.
I mean, we
I
don't
didn't know
He's
know.
not
Bivol was
touching
going to
him.
beat Canelo.
Hey,
Who
Like
didn't?
Chuck Norris say, we won't know till they get their ass in there.
hey,
Zerdo
fact.
Part 2. Zerdo Part
Bro,
2.
man, but everybody know, bro.
Zerdo,
If you
like,
watch
come
boxing
on,
and
man.
boxing scholar, you be
Zerdo's
breaking down.
slow.
And hold up, in
Too
boxing
slow.
scholar, you know you be breaking down tape, bro. Motherfucker knew if they looked at that tape, bro, they knew Bivol man was gonna man. You know what I'm saying?
All the
Do
hardcore
that nigga
fans picked
Canelo
Bivol.
dirty.
Shit, going back in time, I would have said Buster Douglas was not. I mean, get knocked out by Tyson. That don't mean nothing.
Why didn't he fight Beterbiev?
He
That's
kind he kind of
that
he kind of
really.
did. He kind of did, scholar.
Nah.
You guys want to know something funny? The reason why Marcus Brown fought Beterbiev as the WBC mandatory is because David Benavidez actually turned the shot down. When he lost the belt for the second time on the scale, the WBC actually offered him a direct shot for the unified
Yep.
light heavyweight championship for Beterbiev. And this is a few years ago, right? Not a Beterbiev now that's kind of, old and slowing down, right? If Benavidez was this gangster and this monster, bro, right, he wouldn't have turned down the Beterbiev fight. Imagine this, bro. He goes up,
yeah,
destroys Beterbiev, becomes a light heavyweight champion, unified. Like, bro, even I'd have to take my hat off to him. And I've been
Jim,
accused of being a Benavidez hater,
Jimmy, correct me if I'm wrong. That was right after he when he missed weight. They gave him that
Yeah.
opportunity
Yeah,
after
they
he
gave
missed
him the
weight.
opportunity. Yeah, they said because he can't make weight, like
Yeah,
give him a shot at the fucking the light
175.
heavyweight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's yeah.
Man, that shit was
No
stupid.
smoke,
That shit
no
was smart. It
Oh
was smart
smoke,
to
Lord,
not take that fight because
no
he would have got
smoke, no
clobbered. He would have got
smoke.
clobbered,
That
bro. It
nigga
was
some
good to not take
bullshit.
that fight. That was just that
I'm taking out.
Hey guys, come on, shut up. Sorry, champ. It was Jerry.
Nah, bro. So that fucking that shit.
brother.
Number
Just
one, that's not
you
even
don't
no
have to
duck.
defend
Number
them. You
one,
don't have
that
to
ain't even
defend.
really a duck. That ain't
Hold
even
on,
really a duck.
real quick, my
That
brother,
ain't even
real
really a
quick.
duck.
Hold
But
on, real quick. You don't have to. This is what happened. You don't have to defend it. You can ride with them, but you don't have to. I mean, these are facts, so it's no reason to really try to defend it because he was offered that opportunity. If he wanted all the smoke, then he would have went and got the smoke. He had already missed weight, so I'm not
yeah. How
saying
are you gonna
I'm not
call
saying
yourself a
right, wrong, and
monster?
different. Yeah,
How
I'm
are you
not
gonna
saying.
call yourself a monster
well,
if
But
number
you
one, I wouldn't even
ducking
defend him.
fights, ducking fucking fights?
Happy
Now
Whitney.
Beterbiev, that was a monster.
Happy
That guy
Whitney.
was a monster.
Look, I wouldn't even
That see
defend it. I'm
Beterbiev,
just
he's a
saying. Look, I
monster,
think
right?
Beterbiev would have knocked out Benavidez at that point as well, bro. But it would have
For
been
sure, he
it would
would
have been
have.
stupid to take that
And,
fight, bro. Even
Benavidez
No, I
knew
agree
Benavidez
with
that.
you.
back down to 168, bro.
No,
It
no,
didn't
I
make
agree
any
with you, bro.
sense. Didn't make
Bro,
any
but I
sense.
agree with you.
But
If I was Benavidez' manager, what would be the point of you've got this guy who could be, a bit of a star, undefeated, he speaks well, good entertaining style. What would be the point of sending them up to get absolutely fucking destroyed by Beterbiev or beaten to a bloody pulp? That could have been career ending for him. I agree with you, bro. That was smart to dump Beterbiev.
That's
It
why
was
he's
also
not
smart
gonna
to
fight
dump.
Morrell. That's why he's not gonna sign to fight Morrell. The same
It was
reason.
smart to
Bro,
dump Caleb
Morrell
Plant.
is not Beterbiev, man. So like cut that out, man. That's
Well,
not
see,
the same.
He
That's
not
not the same caliber of
Beterbiev.
fighter.
He not Beterbiev, but he'll beat the shit out of Benavidez.
I don't know
for
about
me,
that.
that's a 50-50 fight, bro. For me,
I don't even
It's
see
like
him
a
beating 50-50, bro. I don't even
it's
see
like
him
a
beating
70-30
50-50.
fight in Benavidez's favor right now.
I don't know about that.
At
I don't know
most,
about
at
that.
most, at most it's
I don't know.
60-40. At most.
Have you watched these two dudes fight? Have you watched both of
Yeah,
them fight?
I seen Morrell. I seen Morrell fight. I seen him call out Benavidez.
All right, and
The
you
only thing
say
that goes against
you got
Morrell.
it 70-30 for Benavidez.
Nah, really, I say it's like 55.
Bro, you just said 70-30, bro.
Bro, you're about to come to 50. How can you
45.
disagree with me? You're half a step away from 50-50. You're half a step away from 50-50.
Wait, no, man. I meant
Hold on, he just
60-40.
said 70-30.
Nah,
bro.
really,
You
I
just said
meant
70-30.
60-40. When I meant 60-40.
Bro, you told me crazy.
He gonna take the middle
Bro,
ground. He gonna take the middle ground. I got you. I ain't mad.
bro, when I said 50-50, you called me crazy, bro. Now you've gone from 70-30 to 55-45. You're one step away
No,
from
no, no,
50.
no, no, no. I meant 60-40, not 55.
Hey,
45.
I got it. I got it 70-30 Morrell, in my opinion.
70.
Off of the, let me hold on, bro. Off the
All right.
skill set that I see, off the footwork, off the from the power that he carries, the hand speed, the mobility. I just think that he dominates David, and I like David. I'm a fan of Benavidez. The problem is, I just think Morrell. He damn near. They both. I believe they both 6'3". The reach is going to be very close to the same thing, and he's just a better. He got better defense. I don't know, bro. Like I just
Dub. To tell you my problem.
David Morrell could be
I
the
think
next Edgar Berlanga.
Benavidez.
He could realistically be the next Edgar Berlanga, bro.
Bro, can I be honest with Morrell? No, I think he's the future of the division. I actually do think David Morrell is the future of the super middleweight division. But here's the problem: is he the present? I don't know. I know he's the future of the division. I'm pretty sure, but is he the present? The kid's at 7'5". I have no idea, bro. I mean,
but Jimmy, they both. Jimmy, they both what 25, 26. Shit.
Yeah, but one guy's like
This is the
7'5".
time. This is the time to see who's gonna be the goods in the division. And
No, but one guy's had 7 fights, and the other guy's at 25.
Hey guys, come on, shut up. Sorry, champ. It was Jerry.
Morrell fought a lot of amateur fights though. Benavidez's amateur background isn't the same quality of Morrell, and he's got 9 fights now, and 9 pretty good wins, and he's looking great, man. I think he can beat Benavidez, and in fact, I would pick him to beat Benavidez.
Man, David Morrell is overrated, man. Just look at how he's being moved. 26 years old, only 9 fights. That's not impressive, bro. He really just starting off.
He's got more title defenses than Benavidez.
He never defended no title, bro.
Bro, he's been defending his title. What are you talking about?
What title?
He's the
WBA regular title.
That's not a title. That's not a title.
Hey, we can act like Canelo didn't look vulnerable. Canelo's opponent said this about him.
He was very good. I still think he's probably past his best, but he still had enough in his tank tonight.
That's the opponent saying that after he got beat. Like, come on, bro. Really?
Benavidez might say the same. Canelo's past his best, but he had enough in the tank, bro.
Oh shit!
You couldn't even knock that guy out.
It was Ryder, bro. Ryder put a game attack, but he couldn't fuck with Canelo in the skill department. That's why I didn't give him a chance. I gave him a chance to survive.
Hey man, do y'all have anything on the IBF mandatory for Canelo? William Skoll. Do y'all have anything on him?
I have no idea who that is, bro. I'm
nah.
to be honest.
Random guy.
All right, hey.
But the IBF is the last mandatory, though. Dub, do you want to know why the IBF is the last mandatory? Yeah, because Caleb Plant cleaned out all of the. I think he fought like 3 mandatories back to back, right? Caleb Plant, so he's cleaned out the IBF, and then I think the no, that's the WBO. Sorry, he just fought the WBO. So the next mandatory, I think, is either the WBA
Morel.
or WBC. No, see, I'm
Morel
not
is
sure.
first in line.
See, it should be Morel, but I got to see how they call these mandatory.
How should
Yeah,
Morel
I
be?
have no idea.
How should be Morel? Never mind. Different belt, different organization, sanctioning body.
But the super
That's what
champion
it's
doesn't have a
about.
mandate. I thought that. No. See, the regular. I think what Morel has to do is he has to put a petition in,
Yeah,
and the regular
he has
champion.
to activate his mandatory and then petition
No,
to
no.
get.
The WBA regular gets a shot. He's supposed to get a shot, and he's had that title way longer than fucking Benavidez has been mandatory.
But you have to activate it, don't you?
Yeah, you have to
Bro,
activate.
no one gives a damn about Morel's title shot, bro. Surrender that. He's a
I
prospect.
mean,
He's
I
not,
do.
He's not even a
If I'm,
contender, bro.
I
He's a
guess
prospect.
I'm nobody.
I'm with
Man,
you.
I really hope Morel
He a
beats the fuck out.
prospect.
Can I
He a
be honest?
prospect. He a prospect.
I
With a
hope
fake
Morel
body,
beats.
bro.
I hope Morel beats the shit out of Benavidez, bro. I really
You hope,
hope.
bro. You hope.
But
You hope. You expose yourself as a hater, bro, by saying that because you're so emotional. When
am
you
I
say
a
that.
hater? That's a
Of
fair
course.
comment. But when people
Of
call me a
course.
David Benavidez hater, my response is that's a fair comment. You know.
He said, "I hope.
Yeah,
I hope.
he said, "Fuck
I
Hey,
hope." David
hey,
Morel.
Jimmy, keep it real though. Jimmy, yeah.
Yeah,
It is
man.
what
And I
it
be
is.
honest, these Benavidez fanboys, they are some of the weirdest. They give him credit for stuff he's never done, stuff that he didn't want to do, and stuff that he might never do. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
I mean, we talking about what Canelo should do next. He can either fight Bivol or fight David Benavidez.
No,
It's in Canelo's best interest to fight Benavidez next because after he loses to Bivol, bro, they gonna want to see him fight David Benavidez regardless. And I
think
mean,
Canelo will
shit,
fight.
is it
his best
likely?
interest.
Is
His
it
best
likely?
interest is
Is it likely?
to
Wait,
retire.
let me finish. Let me finish, Dub. Come on, man.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
Is it likely that he's gonna beat David Benavidez after coming off a loss to Bivol, coming back down to 168? Of course not. So he should fight him
Well, I
next.
mean,
Possibly knock possibly beat
Bivol, can I
I
be
don't
honest?
think they're gonna knock
Even
Benavidez
if he
out.
loses,
Possibly beat Benavidez, and then I think he should retire, bro.
but even if he loses to Bivol,
wait, during
which he
Bivol.
probably will do. But here's the problem, though. Bivol and Benavidez, they're two completely different galaxy style-wise, right? Bivol's a guy that's quick-footed, very defensive, technically sound, and he's, in my opinion, his chin and his ring IQ, gas tank. I mean, he's got it all, bro. A guy like Benavidez is flat-footed, soft in the body, and chinny maybe, and very floored. It's like you said, bro. This guy's got a hell of a lot of floors, bro. He leaves his chin in the air, his body wide open, trips over his own feet. I mean, this guy, if it wasn't for his size and his gas tank, he'd be fucking garbage, bro.
It's not about Benavidez being better than Bivol. It's just about the fact that Canelo would be pretty much he would be a decline fighter even more so than he is now. If he was to lose to Bivol, then drain all the way back down to 168. He'd be a shell of himself at that point.
He'll retire, bro.
He would be right for the taking for Benavidez to beat him at that stage in his career. It'd be like if I already kind of think that Benavidez would beat Canelo right now. Imagine if you lose to Bivol, then come back down to 168, bro.
Listen, if he loses to Bivol, he's gonna retire, bro. He's already said that.
That's what fucked up.
Someone
That's what fucked up Roy Jones. I don't know if y'all familiar with MMA, but GSP was supposed to fight Anderson Silva. That's what he had to say. He even referenced Roy Jones.
Anderson Silva. You guys were both at your prime. Was that fight ever even being talked about?
We talk about it, but I had a request. It was at the time right after Roy Jones go up in the weight class. And when he tried to go down, he got knocked out by Antonio Tarver. Going up is not the problem. Is when you try to go back down, you screw your career, you know? I'll fight him in the catch weight. He go down a little bit and I go up a little bit. Also, I want drug tests. And at that time, it was before USADA and UFC didn't want that. So this fight, I think I will blame the UFC.
There you go, bro. That's history. History repeat itself, man. So Canelo moving up and down weight classes, that's gonna fuck him up and get him pretty much shot and become a decline fighter, just like Roy Jones Jr. did, bro. So, yeah, bro. it's not about Benavidez being a better fighter than Bivol.
No, I'll tell you what.
It's about Canelo losing enough steps to where he could be beaten by
Listen, if Canelo loses to Bivol, he's not gonna fight Benavidez because he's gonna retire. They asked Canelo, I think it might have been Fight Hub, right? They asked him a question that that you really want the Bivol rematch and you're pushing for that in September, and you've said that's your main priority. You don't care about any other fight. It has to be Bivol too. If you lose to Bivol again, have you thought about retiring? And he said, I haven't thought about losing. I want to win, but I mean, look, that's always a possibility. So basically, he said if he loses to Bivol again, he might retire.
Let me ask the homie a question real quick. Why didn't Benavidez already get a shot at Canelo?
Ask Canelo that.
He lost his belt twice.
He lost his belts, bro. He would have already had the shot. He missed the fucking boat, bro. Get back in line and shut the fuck up.
Well, he did literally get back in line to fight Canelo again. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. And he's still in line behind fucking Morrell, who's been there longer.
No, he's not.
He's undefeated, never lost his belt on the scale. Bro, you don't know. I guess you don't understand how these fucking things work, man.
For the WBC. Canelo,
now,
David
just recently, he beat Plant and he became a mandatory. Fucking yes, but the WBA, Morrell is the mandatory, and he's been there longer. Period.
Bro, I've got something funny to ask you, bro.
Well, look,
isn't it weird though?
From the public,
bro,
who's Canelo get more pressure to fight? David Benavidez or David Morrell?
I don't give a public, bro.
The public decides, bro.
Fans.
The public is judge and executioner, bro.
Public can say what
they want. Canelo's fine with or without Benavidez, bro. Canelo is fine with or without Benavidez. Trust me, bro.
You don't even let him make his point. Go ahead.
Say that again, bro.
I said y'all wouldn't even let him make his point. Go ahead, Bo. Then we'll go to Jimmy. Then we'll go to Howard.
No, I'm just saying. I'm like, you see, he talk about David Benavidez has to get back in line, but he already did, and he is the number one contender. And you talk about fucking David Morrell, bro. Ain't nobody calling out no David. Nobody bringing up David Morrell, bro. Nobody checking for David Morrell. The public, media.
I am.
Nobody cares about what you're doing.
But
nobody cares.
But I am.
I mean, you're
insignificant. Well, I don't care what you're doing.
You're insignificant. I'm talking about what people saying in general.
So we're even. We're even.
They putting pressure on Canelo.
No, but we're even though. Because I don't care what you're saying.
Hold on.
You don't care what I'm saying.
No, I care what you're saying. I'm just talking about the public, bro. Ain't nobody bringing up. Nobody's checking for Morrell, but they want Benavidez versus Canelo.
Bro, you already had Right Side on here, Jimmy, me, fucking Q, all saying fucking Morrell. So what are you talking about?
Didn't Morrell just get highlight knockout on the undercard of Ryan versus Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, right? I mean, that went viral. That was a huge event. And look, we gotta be honest.
I want Morrell to fight David, and the winner of that can fight Canelo. I don't give.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I agree with that.
I want to see them two fight.
I think
Canelo fighting Bivol.
I think David deserves a shot, bro. Like Canelo needs to fight that WBC mandatory. I think.
Shall I tell you why he doesn't deserve a shot? And I'll tell you why, bro. This motherfucker, like this is how crazy he is, bro. This guy would literally, and I'm not even trolling you guys. This guy will be getting his third shot at the same belt in the span of 3 years, right? Less than 3 years, right? Was it 2.5? Maybe 3? This guy literally loses a belt and gets a shot at it within 12 months. You can't say David Benavidez has been held back. He's got an opportunity to fight for the same belt for the third time. The WBC are very happy with David Benavidez, bro. They keep giving him interim titles and they keep giving him title eliminators every time he has one jelly donut too much or one coke sniff too much. Third shot at the same belt in 3 years. That's what, an average of a title shot a year? Who else is getting that, bro? Who else in boxing is allowed to fight for the same belt 3 times?
I've never seen that shit before.
Deontay Wilder?
What do you mean Deontay Wilder? He never lost his belt on the scale, bro.
But he lost his belt and he got 2 title shots and he's in position to get another one.
He had a rematch clause.
Back to back to back. To back. I'm just saying.
That's fine, but here's the problem though. No one beats.
Like how long is he supposed to wait to get a title shot as an undefeated fighter?
You don't have to wait any.
You don't gotta wait that long. If you're undefeated, they just gonna give you a title shot. Right, why would you have to wait so long to get another title shot? Like what's so wrong with that?
How many times do you want
a popular guy? Like it doesn't make any sense.
No, but even you have to admit, right, in the history of boxing, right, have you ever seen a guy get a third shot at the same belt in the span of what, 3 years? So the way of average, like average, he's getting a shot at the same belt every year. I mean, do you not feel like that's actually been generous and he's not been held back?
I think he deserves a shot at Canelo.
Okay. Okay.
I ain't saying he being I never said he was being unfairly treated or that like that. I'm just saying I think out of everybody else at 168, out of all those guys at 168, he the one that deserves a shot at Canelo.
Yeah, but if Canelo's telling you he's busy
At
and he wants to fight,
168.
no, but Canelo's already told him this year I'm busy. Marcus Vegas from Fight Hub TV told him Benavidez is calling you out. What's your response? He said, "No, that's a good fight for the future, but this year I'm busy. Everyone knows I want Bivol in September." So what Benavidez wants isn't relevant to what Canelo wants.
Bro,
Canelo wants Bivol.
I don't understand him chasing the Bivol fight. It's like Rolly chasing a tank fight, bro. Like Canelo might get knocked out this time, bro. Like
Yeah, I agree,
watched
bro. But, I mean, if that's what he wants, then I mean, what can we do?
Canelo, since he came back down, bro, he looks just like Roy Jones. Like Roy Jones came back down and fought Tarver. He was tired by like the 6th round, bro. Like he was exhausted, bro. And the shots that he hit Tarver with, if he'd have hit Tarver before he moved up with those shots, it might have been night, or he would have at least knocked him down, bro. Like it took too much on his body. I feel like Canelo was able to do that shit when he was younger. But like I always tell people, you can sleep on the floor when you're younger, get back up. But when you try that shit when you're old, you're gonna get back up and have back spasms and all kind of shit. And I think you have a biological age and a ring age. And I feel like Canelo's ring age is old, bro. Like I watched him in the last fight he had with Ryder. He wasn't countering Ryder. He wasn't pulling back from shots like he did Billy Joe. He just wasn't impressive to me. They made that ring small. That was supposed to be a layup for Canelo. He was supposed to go in that small ass ring and knock Ryder ass out, but he didn't do it.
You know what?
And if you can't knock out Ryder, I mean, look, Scholar even predicted. He was saying that he honestly saw Canelo knocking out David Benavidez early, like I want to say like months ago, before Canelo even fought Ryder. You know, before Benavidez, he'd even fought Caleb Plant. He was already predicting that, you know, Benavidez would get knocked out if it was to fight Canelo. But bro, look, at this point, bro, if Canelo couldn't knock out John Ryder in an 18-foot ring, he's not knocking out David Benavidez. I don't see it happening.
Who's knocked out John Ryder at super middleweight? He's only been stopped once, right? And that's when he was weight drained about 12 years ago.
It's Canelo, an all-time great, and Canelo Alvarez in the 18-foot ring after John Ryder had already been stopped already. Like Canelo is such a he's so far ahead. He's so far ahead. John Ryder should have been able to knock him out, bro.
Why can't Benavidez? See, this is my problem, right? Benavidez didn't look great against Caleb Plant, bro. I mean, he lost arguably. He was what? Some people had it 5-1 in the first 6 rounds, maybe 4-2, and then a lot of people thought he won the final round. That's 7-5, bro. Like, and he couldn't drop him even once, and he couldn't stop him. Look, you're saying that he's this.
That's a big ring, bro. You talk okay?
It doesn't matter. He's taller and he's bigger.
Ring. It's a big ring.
Okay, is he not bigger than Canelo though?
You gotta.
He's taller than Canelo.
He has a large amount of space to survive, dude. You not understanding,
bro? Between rounds 8 and 9, Plan was right ahead, bro. Plan was right in front of his face, bro. If you look at rounds 8 and 9, he was literally flat-footed. He was gassed. He was completely finished. Caleb Plant, right?
Caleb Plant
was a finished fighter from rounds 9 to 9.
Not trying to get knocked out, bro. He was doing everything he could do to not get knocked out.
Bro, he was literally walking onto power shots.
It's hard to knock out somebody that's not trying to get knocked out.
No, but what I'm telling you is when he was flat-footed right in front of Benavidez in rounds 9 and 10, right? And he was taking power shot after power shot. That's what I'm talking about.
But you're not understanding that he was able to do that because of like the size of the ring.
Come on, bro. Look, if you're a good fighter, the ring size don't matter, bro.
It does.
Okay, how big was the ring when Billy Joe and Canelo?
It does matter at the world level. It does matter, bro. Minute, small differences matter.
Canelo fought a bigger ring against Billy Joe. Or what did he do, bro?
It's not gonna matter.
Should have ran one of the smaller ring against Hagler for a reason.
Yeah,
facts.
It's a tactical advantage.
I mean, look, when Billy Joe requested a bigger ring, or else it cancelled the fight with Canelo, Canelo's response was, "I don't care, give him what he wants. I'm gonna smash his face in and stop him anyway. What difference does it make?" Caleb Plant actually requested a bigger ring for the Canelo fight as well, and he got a bigger ring than what was originally agreed to. What happened? Canelo blasted him out anyway, bro. Like if Benavidez was this monster and this destroyer that a lot of people think he is, he would
Well,
have stopped the gas
obviously,
down here.
Canelo was better than David Benavidez all time. And at the time that Canelo was fighting Caleb Plant, that was Canelo. I mean, pretty much at his best in his prime, bro.
I don't
Like
think so. I don't think
the
so.
reign that he did to become undisputed is the best Canelo that we ever saw. But right now, currently, Canelo is not. It's not that same Canelo, bro. Right now,
I don't
it's
think
not
he'll be
that
the
same.
same against Caleb Plant, bro. Watch the
He's a
Caleb Plant
decline
fight,
fighter.
watch the Bivol fight, watch the Golovkin fight, and watch the Ryder fight. You can see a slow decline. I don't think
I
Canelo is at
agree.
his best against Caleb Plant. I don't think so.
No, he's definitely at his
I mean,
best
look
when he
when he
fought.
fought Danny
He,
Jacobs.
he was definitely at his best when he fought.
No, when he fought Danny Jacobs, bro, and when he fought Billy Joe, and when he fought Golovkin in the rematch, look how slick and explosive he was. He was changing angles. He was getting like he was a very
Caleb
dynamic
Plant
fighter.
too.
Is what he was.
Caleb Plant too, bro.
No, I don't think so, bro. I think he
Whenever
was
he
a lot
went up
more.
to 175 and then he came back down, that's when the decline started. Around the time he
I don't
fought
think so.
Bivol.
I think he looked poor against Bivol in the first fight. I think against Caleb Plant, I don't think Canelo looked like he was at the prime. I mean, look at the Canelo for Danny Jacobs. The guy was literally bending down to the floor with his head movement. The guy was countering on the back foot and the front foot. Like, come on, bro. That is not the same Canelo we've got today. A dude that was shifting from front foot counter punching to back foot counter punching. That was slipping and sliding with his head movement so low. Like he was almost touching the floor, bro. Like, do you remember when Danny Jacobs threw like an 11 punch combination and Canelo used a head movement to slip every punch? And then he went right back on the front foot and was counter. He was actually counter punching on the front foot and walking Danny Jacobs down, bro. Like that, obviously, that version of Canelo is not the version that fought Ryder. I think it's still a good version, though. To be fair, um,
I mean, when you so far out of the curve, you can only fall so much.
I mean, who else has done
So I
that to
think
John
that
Ryder?
I think Canelo right now, he's still. I mean, he was still knocked out. Like, bro, he would still beat everybody else, bro. I just don't think. I just think that, he could still probably beat David Benavidez. That's the only guy who really has a chance to beat him at 168. But if Canelo was to go back up to 175 and come back down, the amount of those guys that could get Canelo is going to increase. Is what I'm trying to say.
Look, Robert
I'm
Diaz.
saying if he was to go back up to 175, then drain back down to 168 after a loss, more guys will be able to beat him because he would be more declined as a fighter.
Look, if Canelo beats Bivol, which I don't think he will, in your opinion, do you think he'll go back down to 68 to fight Benavidez, or would he want to unify with Beterbiev?
I think we'll probably try to fight Beterbiev.
Okay, and if he loses, I don't think he'll go back down to fight Benavidez because, in my opinion, I think either he retires or he takes at least a year off boxing.
Because
yeah,
after he fight Beterbiev, bro, win or lose, he gonna come out. He. I don't know if you play like boxing games or you ever, like if you play like Fight Night or something like that or Undisputed. But in a boxing game, whenever you take a lot of damage and your stamina bar, like the max amount of stamina start like decreasing as the fight goes on. I'm saying that like after Canelo fight Beterbiev, even if he win or lose, he gonna come out with some damage. He gonna have some wounds on him, bro. And I think
if I was Canelo, if I was Canelo personally,
I think he's gonna take some damage if he fight Beterbiev.
Yeah, I think so. I think he wants to fight Badu Jack as well for the cruiserweight title, and I think that'll be it for Canelo. I don't think he'll fight Benavidez. I think if he beats Bivol, he'll probably because he's talked about unifying the light heavyweight titles a few times in the past. So if he beats Bivol, he'll unify with Beterbiev, maybe have one more fight against like a Badu Jack at cruiserweight, and then retire as a 5-division, 2-time undisputed, whatever, right? Straight into the Hall of Fame, no problem, right? If he loses, either he retires or he takes a long layoff.
That's the thing, though. I think he's gonna lose to Bivol. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see him beating him.
Yeah, well, Bivol,
I agree.
Pace, he won't be able to keep up with him. Like Canelo he's never showed me that he made adjustments inside of fights. Like he tries to go and make you fight down to his pace, and if he's not able to do that, then he just crumbles. Like I seen it in the Mayweather fight, and I seen it in the Bivol fight. He wasn't able to make adjustments, and Canelo has poor footwork, bro. Like if you go back and look at Canelo on tape, bro, he goes forward and he moves his back foot first and then his front foot. And Bivol was able to just probe with the jab and catch him in between that and knock him off balance and then just start letting those straight punches go, which is a nightmare for Canelo because he holds a high guard. Bivol was able to just punch through, punch around. And he was just able to sharpshoot him. And then when Canelo throws that shoulder shot, he's open for a long time for the counter, bro. Like it was a lot of times where he threw it against Ryder
and it hit Ryder's shoulder, and Ryder was able to counter. He just didn't take advantage, and Bivol will take advantage.
See, I disagree that Canelo can't adapt though, because I've seen fights of him with the Arizlandi Lara fight. Even if he felt like he lost the fight, right early on, Arizlandi Lara was clearly schooling Canelo. And what did he do? He realized boxing wasn't working, so he bit down, and then he started fighting like a pressure fighter. He stopped trying to headhunt and box with Lara. He started going to the body and pressure Lara. So I thought Canelo did make a really good adjustment. I thought he won the Lara fight, but a lot of people obviously split on that. But if you watch the first few rounds, Lara was clearly winning the fight. In the third round, he actually schooled Canelo. But what did Canelo do when he came out for the fourth round? He completely abandoned the boxing with Lara and trying to headhunt. He went straight pressure tactics, body attack. In the Golovkin rematch, Canelo, look at the first fight. I mean, it's rare that you see an elite level fighter completely reconstruct the way he fights. In the first fight, you saw Canelo boxing and moving. In the second fight, he was an out and out pressure fighter. Even in the rematch, in the first round, they were boxing a little. In rounds 2 and 3, boom, Canelo was all out pressure fighter, gunning for him, out fighting him in the pocket. And the Billy Joe fight, when Billy Joe started moving and turning and slipping and sliding, yes, she started winning rounds against Canelo. But what did Canelo do? He started timing Billy Joe, and he started fighting the right angles, and he started landing those big hooks and uppercuts that destroyed Billy Joe's face, and basically, forced him to quit. So I completely disagree, bro, that Canelo can't make, even against Dimitri Bivol in the ninth round, he put Bivol on the ropes and battered him, bro. He was pushing it. He just didn't have the gas tank to keep it up. I think that's probably one of Canelo's greatest weaknesses, is gas tank. I know he has slow feet, but I think he's improved that over there. Like, he's got better balance now, and I think he uses better angles to cut the ring off. But as far as making adjustments, I'm not saying he's the greatest. Like, he's not at the level of, like a past certain legends or whatever. But I think he's a lot better than what fans give him credit for.
When I went back and watched that fight with Ryder, Canelo was throwing the same shot that a lot of Cuban fighters throw, which is like an inverted right hand when you're facing the guy of the opposite stance. And he would throw that inverted right hand and get his guard to freeze on the side, and then he would shoot it up the middle. But like, he didn't make any adjustments. Like, that shot stopped him. The guy had a bloody nose, and Canelo just fatigued. Like, even in the Bivol fight, when he went to the ropes, bro, he was accepting punishment, bro. He didn't counter once. He was just making Bivol miss and looking to the judges in the crowd. He was scoring. So, but Canelo can make out of the ring adjustments, but I've never seen him make an in the ring adjustment. Like I said, when he was fighting Bivol, when he was hitting Bivol, remember he was hitting Bivol to the shoulder. I'm talking, but there's levels in competition, bro. I feel like Canelo's better than Lara, bro. I feel like Lara was a good fighter, but I think Canelo was better. I think when Canelo fights somebody that's not intimidated by him and doesn't care that his name is Canelo, like Ryder did. Ryder got up. He thought about quitting, but he got up, banged his gloves together, told Canelo, "Come on," and immediately Canelo started clinching, bro.
Canelo, and I thought Ryder was the one that was smothering him on the inside.
I can look at it in slow motion, bro. Canelo was initiated those clinches. Ryder clinched, but he works. He works in the inside. Canelo tried to clinch him and stop him from working. He didn't want to work in the inside.
Even though Canelo was winning, he was still clinching a guy who was obviously hurt. It's telling. It shows you something about the fighter. When the fighter's winning and they start clinching the other guy.
To be fair, if you look at all the elite fighters, out of all the pound for pound guys in the top 10, I'd say Canelo probably has the worst gas tank, because there were moments in the Bivol fight where he just stopped throwing punches, was taking breaks on the ropes. And I've seen Canelo take breaks before, but never this much, man. I mean, do you think that's wear and tear, or is that just I'm not sure, man, to be honest.
I think he got that Roy Jones treatment coming in. Like, he can't do that at his age. Could go up and wait, and I agree with Bo. If he goes up and fights Bivol, he's gonna lose. Like, no doubt about it. I think Bivol's gonna beat the shit out of him. But if he happens to skate by with like a robbery, I think Canelo's career would kind of be over. I think he'll from that fight, and I think whenever he goes into he didn't look confident in that John Ryder fight either. I didn't see the confidence that I normally see out of Canelo. Canelo normally comes forward with the high guard, and he'll stand right in front of you, make you miss, and then make you pay. Like, Canelo was one of my favorite fighters. I remember Bo was shocked that I put him like #1 pound for pound a while back. But I remember watching Canelo, and I'm biased to the body punches. I like good body punchers. I just biased to them. I don't know why, but I like people that set it up, like Canelo I like people that finish to the body, like a Mickey Ward. Mickey Ward with those shots to the top,
get you defensive and then hit you hard to the body. And Canelo used to be that fighter, bro, but I just haven't seen that since he went up and got beat by Bivol. The weight was played too much of a factor on his career.
Yeah, bro. I feel like he was very one-dimensional in this fight. The usual head slick. I mean, was it just me? But where was all that slick head movement by Canelo, bro? He didn't really use it. He just, uh, I'm not sure, man. I mean, he said that he wasn't. He didn't fully trust his hand because of the surgery. After rounds 3 and 4, that's when he really started getting in his groove. Maybe it's his time, bro. I mean, he's had what 65 fights. He's been a pro for 18 years, or 17 years. He's pretty much made all the money you can make, won all the titles you can win. Maybe it's just his time, bro. Maybe this is just the end of Canelo.
I agree, but I want to see him take this. I want to see him take this fight with the Mexican monster because I think he might still have enough to win. I think it'll be a close fight, but I think Canelo might be able to edge it out. Just depends. Canelo's starting to gas later in the fight. You know Canelo's gas when he puts his arms down and he bends them slightly because he's used to holding them up and he's not relaxed. And anybody knows anything about anything, bro, like if you just hold your hands up in that position, bro, for like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, bro, your arms will start burning, bro, especially when you got your anxiety going. Canelo's trying to do that for 36 minutes, bro. He has to relax more, bro. Like, he has to give different looks and learn how to fight off those looks. Like I said, I think Canelo is slipping. He might be enough to beat Benavidez, but only time will tell. I want to see him get in the ring.
But for his legacy, though, I get what you're saying that most of us, I mean, probably 90% of boxing fans think Bivol will win again, but just from his legacy perspective, what do you think is better, beating Benavidez at 168, who's a good contender, but or moving up in weight and avenging your loss and beating a undefeated champion, you know, in Bivol?
Wait, I just don't think he can do it.
Say that again?
It'd be great for his career. I just don't think he could do it at this point in his career. I think the sun is coming up, bro. Like shit. Yeah. He ain't Hulk no more. You remember in the Avengers when Black Widow would come out and turn him back to Bruce Banner?
Yeah.
I think Bivol turned him back to Bruce Banner, bro, and he's vulnerable. He's weak now. He like Professor Hulk. Professor Hulk is weak, bro.
Hey, facts, and honestly, bro, yeah, I think that it's better for his career to beat Benavidez, bro, because a lot of people convinced that Benavidez is a really good fighter, and the fact that Canelo did go up to 175 and did try to challenge the light heavyweight champion, that already improves his greatness, regardless of what the results of the fight was. But it would be even worse for his career if he was to go up, challenge for the 175 title again, and then lose. And we also can't forget that he was already a 100, like ex-light heavyweight champion before. So him beating Benavidez, him beating Bivol is not going to say much. Really, and a lot of people is probably going to glaze over that loss if Bivol goes on to accomplish big things at light heavyweight. A lot of people probably going to gloss over that loss and be like, you know, he was fighting against a big guy who was, you know,
I feel like if you want
great light heavyweight. But him being Benavidez right now and retiring, that's a much better career defining fight, bro. It's like it would be like it would be like
the pound for pound king.
You said what?
I'm saying if he wants to become the pound for pound king again on number one, he kind of has to beat, I think, Bivol to get because he was obviously on this incredible run, and most people probably had Canelo number one pound for pound in all of boxing for the last few years. And I do think he did underperform a little because when the media asked him, "Were you happy with your performance?" he said it was okay, but obviously for the fans, I wanted the knockout. I tried, but it just it wasn't there.
Canelo don't got to do much to be pound for pound. I mean, let's be honest. He's at the least they're gonna put Canelo at number 3, bro. So all he got to do is really beat David Benavidez, and he automatically gonna get boosted up to number 1. It's like he the biggest guy in boxing. He's the most popular person. If he beats David Benavidez, he's automatically number 1 pound for pound, and he can retire and go off in the sunset at the top. On a high note, right? But if he was to go lose to Bivol, bro, which is damn near guaranteed at this point, then and then retire, it's like Like you retiring, bro, but you retiring like on a low light at that point. Especially if he keep defending his belts at 168 after that loss, it's gonna be over for him. So I think he should just fight
No, I don't
Benavidez
think he'll come back.
and then and you know
No, I don't think
he
he'll
hang
come
it
back
up.
to 168 if he loses to Bivol. Um, I think maybe he might move up to fight Badu Jack for the cruiserweight title, try and go become a 5 division champion before your career's over. Maybe, but
Think
I
about
just
what you
think that's
think about what you saying. He gonna all right. So I'm gonna fight the light heavyweight champion, right? Lose, then it's gonna make sense for me to go up the cruiserweight, try to fight that guy. Like, come on, bro.
well, I think Bivol's a better
That's
I think
what
Bivol's a
that's
tougher
like
fight
pretty much
than
that's like suicide, bro. This
no, I think the Badu Jack fight is tough though, but he's spoken about it, and I think Badu Jack is probably maybe an easier fight than Bivol right now. I think, in my opinion.
bro.
Nah,
He'll probably Canelo will get knocked out, bro.
bro.
But maybe.
I
I'm gonna
wasn't
fight
a
Bivol.
huge Bivol fan. I thought Canelo was gonna beat him, and after he beat Canelo, I was like, okay, they different weights. You know what I mean? And Canelo probably been off more than he could chew. But this Zerto fight, bro.
Yeah.
He gave Canelo's career a boost by beating the shit out of an undefeated Zerto, bro. That made Canelo look better because Canelo put up a better performance against him.
As a smaller guy. Yeah, as a smaller guy. Yeah.
Whatever
he beats
Bivol do in
Bivol,
the future, Canelo get credit for it. Kind of.
Yeah.
You know what? I ain't gonna say Canelo get credit for it, but people are gonna revise that loss, and they not gonna.
The loss
That
won't
loss
be
for
looked the
me,
worst.
the more Bivol does in his career, the less stigma Canelo gets from that loss to Bivol.
Yeah, it's like Mayweather's
think
career is gonna look good because the more accomplishment Canelo have.
Yep.
Right.
But hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. I appreciate you pulling up, Jimmy, from across the pond. My boy Bo, I appreciate you pulling up. Before y'all go, I don't know what part of the live y'all came in when they got these guys was cooking. But before I go, I'm gonna show the Errol Spence clip of him saying that he was gonna fight Bud.
I don't know, but me and Crawford are definitely in the talks. We've been talking, so hopefully it can be me and him.
We're gonna start right into our negotiations going better than what they were before.
Yeah, definitely. Me and Crawford, when we was talking directly, we were probably on the phone for probably 40 minutes, 30 minutes. We probably spent 15 minutes talking about, the negotiation part and stuff like that. We just talking about, getting a feel for each other and basically talking about our families and, current situation we had going on and stuff like that. And then we start talking about, boxing and us fighting and negotiation and things like that. But it went well and our teams are still negotiating. We still having.
I don't want to hear no motherfucking talks about y'all family with all due respect. Y'all had 3
Yeah.
months last time in negotiation to get that shit together, and y'all left and left the fans on the hook. And then we had all these clickbaiting ass YouTubers. Wouldn't you think, bro? They would literally come on and talk about Canelo Alvarez and then title it Bud versus Crawford. I mean Bud versus Spence, just to get the clicks.
Yeah.
So they've made us burnt out on this fight. So I believe this shit when I see the shit. But I said I wasn't gonna report it unless it came from their mouth. I don't care about sisters, none of that shit. But
we got to
get you guys final thoughts on this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, bro. I think. Look, I'm not even trolling now. I actually thought, like when you pulled the screen up, I did not know that was Errol Spence until he started speaking. I mean, he literally looks like a gay porn star or something. I don't know what's going on, and who the hell put him on slow mo? Is he punch drunk? Like that is weird though. I mean, the way he looks, the way he talks, like this does not look like the Errol Spence that I've been following for. I mean, that's weird. Look, bro, I think it's just bullshit, bro. You guys were on a phone call for 40 minutes and you only talked about the fight for 10 minutes. Come on, what the hell did you spend half an hour talking about? You spent most of the fight talking about, most of the phone call talking about shit that's not even relevant. Like I hope the fight happens. I might watch it, but I think most of the luster is gone, and I think a lot of the fans are tired as well of the fight. I don't think the fight will be as good as it could have been, but hey, man, I think with Errol Spence, I have no idea what that dude's career is. I mean, car crashes, drunk driving, layoffs, injuries. I mean, that dude might be finished. Crawford is 35. He's on his way out. So it's just an unfortunate situation with the division, with the welterweight division, to be honest.
So, Bo, before you go, bro, I just wanted to say, part of me doesn't want to see this fight anymore. And I know people are like, "What the fuck?" I feel
Oh,
like
okay.
they're the best in the division, and they
Mhm.
will take so much damage in this fight because they waited till they were older. That neither one of them will be the same after this fight, regardless of the winner. And I think that they'll be right for the picking for Boots. I think Boots is gonna get a battery in his back, and he's gonna start calling Bud's name and Spence's name, and he gonna get really, really emboldened by this fight. I think both of them should go clean up. Bud should go clean up Victor Ortiz, Virgil Ortiz, and Spence should go mop up Boots' ass, and then they meet. That's just my personal opinion. But go ahead, Bo.
Oh,
No,
you know what? Actually, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's smart, and I agree with it because think about it, bro. Think about it, man. If they waited till they got old. If they fight each other, they bound to take a lot of damage, and you just gonna be easy pickers for fucking Boots and Ortiz, bro. And we gotta be honest, Ortiz and Boots, they're not on their level, bro. We gotta be honest with it. So yeah, honestly, if they both go fight, take both of those guys out, knock them out, then fight each other. We talking about one of the greatest fights in welterweight history at that point, and against with two of the probably best welterweights, historically at that point, in my opinion. So I think it would make more sense for them to fight afterwards.
I agree. Jimmy, I want to let you get your thoughts off, bro. I ain't like that. I ain't no safety on this Glock in tank words. But yeah, man, appreciate you. yeah, I know. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Everybody in the chat, appreciate you. Don't forget to smash them like buttons. It costs you nothing. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this.
All right, man. I appreciate you for having me on.
Did I do that?